Hello. Hey, how's it going? Skittles and Mr. Leo. Ah, peaceful music. Plumbing issues? Oh. Well, sorry to hear that, Mr. Leo. But hey, at least he's laughing about it, so it couldn't have been that bad, right? Yeah, my tooth is better. It is better now. It's good enough that I'm going to take this glass right here. This, see the pineapple insignia. I'm going to take this glass and I'm going to take this Coca-Cola zero sugar caffeine free. Caffeine free zero sugar. And I'm going to pour it in this glass. "85-year-old pipe." Wow. That sounds really similar to our house, actually. We just had a plumber over to fix our kitchen sink last week. And they told us that the pipes in our basement are corroded and we're going to have to replace them soon. So we should probably do that before we have, like, a major problem. But it was it was related to the kitchen sink, but they were able to declog it. But to replace the pipes in the basement will be much more expensive, so we haven't done it yet. I poured the Coke into the glass. But you know what? It needs a little bit... At least it needs a little bit something more. How about this Admiral Nelson Spice Rum? That sounds good. Let's add that to the glass of Coke. Just a little bit. Just enough. Just enough. There. The Admiral has been approved. Hello, Brigand. It's good to see you back. The stream, how are you doing? Welcome to the peaceful music and the peaceful stream. Oh man, go back to that song. Well, this one's good too. Before winter arrives? Oh, well, we probably should. You're probably right. But I mean, they've been corroded for a long time. Yeah, this is an art stream. Drinking Coke and rum together in a glass, I mean, pouring it, like, that's bartendering, so that's kind of like an art. Everything is an art. This is an art. But actually, I do have this paper here. And I suppose I could draw something. Hello there, Miralupa. How are you doing? Actually, only a captain? Admiral Nelson is only a captain? Well, you know, on Star Trek, captains were always cooler than admirals anyway. That's okay. Let's see. Is the music quiet enough? I think this song might be a little bit louder. But that might be an okay volume. Out of alcohol. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's okay. You don't need alcohol to have fun, right? Like, you can just go on your internet and watch somebody stream video games or art, and that's fun. And you can be sober, and it's still fun. We can have so much fun even when we're sober. Like, I'm sober. I haven't drank anything yet. And I'm still going to be sober after drinking a little bit of rum, basically. All the great artists are constantly drunk. Yeah. Or on some kind of substance. Your second Zelda 2 ROM hack? Oh. Oh, I didn't know that you made a first one. Or maybe I did, and I forgot because I have a bad memory, but... That's cool. How's the drawing? Well, we just started the stream. A little bit of a late start. But pretty normal for an art stream. Because they're not that long. Incorrect? Alcohol is required for fun? Oh, really? So I've been wrong all this time? I thought alcohol was not required for fun. In fact, I could have sworn I had many memories of having fun without having drank alcohol, but Are you saying that was all delusion? That in reality I wasn't having fun because I hadn't been drinking? I guess there were times when I did drink and I did have fun. So those are definitely real. First one is still being tested by people, not quite released yet. Oh. And you're already working on a second one? Your first one's not even released? Wow, Miralupa. Oh, that's pretty cool. Zelda 2, huh? Let's play some dark music. Dark fantasy music. I love Zelda 2. I almost love it as much as Skittles does. I mean, few people love a game that much, but I do love Zelda 2. However, the game that I always wanted to like make my own hack of ever since I was a kid was Metroid. I played around making like for a brief time, a brief couple of windows, I tried making Metroid hacks, but never quite worked out the way I wanted. But I did have one like Metroid 1 NES hack that was like nearly finished, but it just didn't work right, I guess. I don't even know what happened to it. I wish I still had it because it was like nearly finished and everything. I don't know what I did with it actually. It's probably lost on some older computer. Those are a lot of work. I thought about trying to like make another one, but those are a lot of work. An illusion devised it by Satan? Oh no, Brigand, I hate when that happens. It's terrible. People are slow to test. Oh yeah. Metroid X. I did make Metroid X. I've like made a couple of games when I was growing up. I made yeah, that was like, I guess that was one of the big ones because I made a couple of different games with the what was it called again? Arts Recreational Software? Game Maker? That was like one of the older Game Maker ones. It's like it was a lot like weirder than the ones that you can get now. And I don't think it's available anymore. But I made a couple of different Metroid-ish kind of games. I made a bunch of games with it, and I wish I'd kept them. The only one I had left is Metroid X. I wish I'd kept the other ones, just so that we could look at them again. Oh, it's a real shame that I lost a bunch of that stuff. And then we also, like, me and a friend named Kevin, friend from high school, we made a game called Maze God, which is like it was like a maze type game that was made in, I think, just BASIC. And he programmed it and I designed it. And I still have that, but I can't get it to run anymore. I tried contacting him to see if he could help, but he doesn't have any idea. Yeah, so I wish I could get that to run again. I would love to look at what that looks like now. But it was basically like you move your little guy around on a grid through like a series of like a whole bunch of mazes, and it was like tile based, so it looked a little bit like an NES game. Like there was like a different tile set every 10 levels, including like a secret tile set with like guts tiles that was not used for anything. And there was like 70 levels, and there was like invisible blocks and illusion blocks and traps. But there was like eyeballs that spin around, and if they see you, they shoot lasers, just like in what would that be? Like in the Link to the Past, I think that was. But I'm pretty sure I made that before Link to the Past, so I was copied. I was ripped off. Yeah, Maze God. It's a corn game, right? You could take it back up if you usually. I could. The only issue is that it takes a lot of time and work and effort, and I don't know. I'm always busy with other stuff. Let's see. Make this like this. so we called it maize. Sounds corny. There's a kernel of truth there. There's a kernel of a good game in there. You beat me to it. Your pun game is a mere husk of what it once was. No, no, don't stop. Continue. No, do more. Do more corn-related puns. They're barely at Drunklia levels. I don't see... I'm sorry, Skittles. I don't see any corn puns in that sentence whatsoever. Let's see. I can't think of any. I don't... Use them all up. Used all the puns up. I don't have any more corn-related puns. I don't like it. As high as an elephant's eye? Oh, because that's like what corn is? Yeah, I guess I might have heard that before. That's a good one. I couldn't think of that. Husk, maize, corn, kernel, cob. Is there something with cob? Oh, you guys are really cobbling those puns together, right? Huh. I got the Flipside book in the mail. Oh, good, Mr. Leo. Good. I'm glad you... And Tam's books got the Skittles, so I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. That was per Tam's instructions. Hopefully Tam shows up and we can ask him about that. We got Ben in the mail? Oh really? Oh, man. I hate to hear that. There's just one. How did they get... Not my strength. I know! It's hard to ship this. It's hard to ship this stuff and, like, protect it. I guess I need to put, like, a piece of cardboard on, like, every book? I don't know. I have some I could use. Oh, yeah. That sucks. Yeah, it makes me feel bad. I should probably be using more cardboard with those, I guess. Corn, kind of a mediocre vegetable. Yeah. I think it's good. I like corn. Like, roasted corn is very good. It's not my favorite vegetable, but add it to rice and beans. That sounds like a... I like rice and beans. I eat that every so often. But I haven't thought about adding corn to it. I think I mainly just like it, like, on the husk. And not so much. Like, canned corn is not so appealing at all. Fresh corn I like. Canned corn, yeah, like, that I'm not a big fan of. So I wouldn't usually, like, add it to stuff. It has to be fresh, I think. At least for me. But I'm not the biggest corn person. So rather than corn, what I always add to rice and beans is tomatoes. And I think that's really good. Tomatoes and hot sauce with the rice cooker. Yep. Oh, do you cook the beans in there too? I usually cook those I microwave those separately. You cook the beans in the rice cooker? Throw in some frozen corn, tomato sauce, and spices. Tomato sauce, huh? So what I usually do is I cook the rice in a rice cooker. I cook brown rice in a rice cooker. And usually black beans are the bean. So brown rice and black beans. Also to make it healthier. But black beans are also my favorite kind of beans. I just microwave the beans. The beans are just canned. I buy like low sodium cans of black beans. Just microwave those. And then you just throw it together. You put some Cholula hot sauce. I particularly like the chili garlic. And then you put some fresh tomato. The fresh tomatoes are kind of optional, but like these days I always put them on because they are so delicious. It all goes together so well. But you could add other things to rice and beans. You can just kind of flexible, like putting some bell pepper on them, or maybe even like some mushrooms is also pretty good. And corn kind of makes sense too. You could add. You could kind of throw anything in there too with it. squash eaten together form a complete protein. Witchcraft. Everything in the rice cooker except onions, bell peppers, and squash. Oh, really? Yeah, I haven't tried doing that. I just cook the rice separately and then just microwave the beans. Just throw it all in there, huh? One day I'll try it. Calabacitas, squash, corn, tomatoes, and peppers. Are you saying that you eat all of that stuff together? It's called Three Sisters. I feel like, I don't know, like the tomatoes complement it really well. I feel like you don't want to like put too much stuff in so that like it's not, so it stops being rice and beans anymore. Let me get a reference picture here. Put this over here. Oh, I should wait. I wasn't paying attention to how that looked on the screen. I should probably tape this. Probably tape this down so it's not moving around. It's better to always to tape it so that, like on the video, you can like fast forward and see the picture getting drawn because it's cooler that way. And also so that you keep track of like, so it's not moving off the screen, because a couple of times I'll be drawing and I won't even be on the screen anymore. I won't even be paying attention, which is not good. Oh, you mean chili peppers? Oh, all that together. So all that, so right with rice and beans, you mean? Or, oh, you're talking about, so not even with rice then. You're talking about like just a different thing. Bubble mailers are usually okay. Yeah, I know. I'm using the bubble mailers, but I have the padded ones and the bubble ones. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I gotta put cardboard backings in like every package from now on, because that's. I used to like. I don't know. I feel like they never used to have a problem with it, but like lately, I keep hearing people say that stuff is getting bent. So I guess I need to start being more careful. You eat rice very often? You're just not a big fan of rice? Well, I like the rice and bean combination. I like brown rice. Hey Demo, how's it going? Hey friendo, Demo. How about some Herzog music? That's a good game. We should play that in stream sometime. Early RTS for the Genesis. How's it going how's the week going? How's everything been up to, Demo? How's things? How's events? Right now, I'm in the house alone. Jennifer is at a convention. Her helper's with her. We've had a quiet weekend. It's been nice though. It's been nice. You like corn or rice? Yeah, I like rice a lot too. We eat a fair amount of rice. And we were just talking that rice and beans is a go-to food for me. A standing desk. What's a standing desk? What is that? I guess it's a desk you stand at? Yeah, she has convention issues. She actually is at multiple conventions this weekend because she has her helper at a different ones. I mean, she's actually at 3. It's pretty crazy. But at the primary one she went to, her stuff didn't show up. FedEx, it ended up being like it was going to be like delayed, and it wasn't going to get there until like Tuesday. So she had to send it back, and there's no way for her to get it. Which sucks, you know. Yeah, I'm on my own. I know, Skittles. It's pretty scary, but I actually manage. I manage when I'm on my own. I do okay, Skittles. I water the garden. I cook myself food. I go run and do errands. It's not so scary still. It's okay. A desk you can adjust to sit or stand at. Oh. Well, you can do that with this desk. I have it down right now, but it does lift up, which sometimes I do. But I think it's not. I guess I might have tried it last time, but it's just kind of awkward on the stream because the camera just doesn't quite reach that far, like the wire. Because if you lift it up, then it's at the farther distance. It does. Like, your back's been killing you? Oh no. Your back's been killing you? That's no good, Dima. What happened? My back's been doing okay. You know, that's something you gotta worry about as you get older. Here I am, like, I'm in my 40s now. I'm an old man because I'm in my 40s. And my back is doing alright so far. I mean... you know, my weight is down, so that probably helps. But my posture's not always very good. Probably should work on that, but it's hard. I hope so too. I haven't really heard how the other ones are going, but hopefully the other ones are going well to make up for it. And she's taking orders at the current one and selling like the few things she has. So, yeah, hopefully like she ends up doing okay anyway. Hopefully. We'll see. But apparently she bought a shark. Oh, Flying Warriors. This is not my song, is it? Mr. Leo? Thanks, Mr. Leo. Flying Warriors. I chose not to play through this for Fliptendo, right? We kind of just looked at this one. I'm trying to remember. Is this... Yeah, this is that one that's like part of... It's like the first game in like a series of games, right? Where it's like part... It's got like a fighting game part. And like a platformer and then fighting game. Yeah, pants on. Well, I put shorts on. Does that count, Skittles? It's getting colder, but still good enough for shorts for me. Eyebrow change. You sit like a shrimp, so you're hoping the standing desk will help. Oh yeah, that's probably not good to sit like a shrimp. Well, I kind of do too. It's hard to... I don't know. Well, also, like, I'm using a chair that's like... You know, it's one of the pieces of furniture that Grandma had when we moved in. So it's like, it's not the best chair to sit in. When we got here, it was like wrapped in plastic. The furniture was wrapped in plastic. It's like, it's just not... It's also, I guess it's probably real old, too. But it's not really, like, the best to, like, sit back on. It's actually not even really that comfortable if you sit back on it, to be honest. It's there that I'm using. I could use a more comfortable chair in here, but we kind of don't even have a place to fit it, really. Increases back pain. Too tall. You're a giant, Mr. Leo? Oh, yeah. He's a giant lion. Too much back. Yoga? Yeah, yoga, that's a good thing to do. If you're, like, worried about your back. I should try to be doing yoga. I should do yoga, but... For a little while I was doing yoga, like, back when I was, like, trying to do the Wii Fit. I did a little bit of yoga from that. Seems like a good thing to do. I probably should do it, but there's so many things that I want to do that I don't do. Like, I keep wanting to... I want to, like, work out, but I keep putting it off. That's good, Demo. That seems like a good thing for your back. It's probably a good idea. Back stretches. Oh. High tension. Some Japanese game. Waku Waku Suki. Wan Da Suyuburu. Let's see. The first part of that means love excitement, I think. I don't know what the second part means. But it's probably a romanization of like an English word. Oh no, what? I don't know. Yoga Fire! I love Yoga Fire. I need more Yoga Fire in my life. Yoga stories. You love Wii Fit Yoga, you miss it. Yeah, I used to have the balance board and all that. But you know, like, that was back when, like, when I was trying to do that, I was heavier. I was like I weighed like 210 or something. I was at my heaviest, so it might have been like 220. And I was trying to lose weight from the Wii Fit. It was not working at all because, and you know why it wasn't working? Because I was trying to like work out and I wasn't changing my diet at all. I was still eating garbage. So that just doesn't work. Do not outrun your mouth. I was struggling to like work out every day, and sometimes I would lose a couple pounds, but then I'd gain it right back. It just wasn't working. So then I kind of gave up on that. But then, later on, I decided just to start eating nothing but vegetables, and then, go figure, I lost weight really fast. It was amazing. It's weird how that happens. Yeah, doing Wii Fit did not help me. It did not help me lose weight at all. It was just a complete struggle. It was a fruitless struggle. And it was fruitless because I was just not eating enough fruit. Do. Except corn. Not a fan of the corn. Wait, you're not a fan of the corn, yeah. Well, corn is, I like corn, but I'm a little bit more ambivalent. Yeah, my favorite vegetables are, what's my favorite vegetable? Like Brussels sprouts, kale, spinach, broccoli. Broccoli, you know what? Broccoli is really good. Broccoli's really good. I used to not, I was just thinking the other day how I used to like not like broccoli when I was a kid. Because, and I guess it's a cliche that, you know, kids wouldn't eat their broccoli. Like, that's a cliche. Because I guess a lot of kids don't like broccoli. But the reason I didn't like it is because when my mom would make broccoli, it would just be, you know, it would just be steamed plain broccoli every single time. And steamed plain broccoli is not a good sell. I will eat that now and it's okay, but even now, I am cognizant that that is not the most appealing way to eat broccoli. Steamed vegetables is just not that appealing. You gotta really do something. Like, sauteing them is always better. It's always better. Honestly, I don't really steam vegetables. It's just not good. Yeah, carrots are good. Baby spinach, broccoli, spinach. Yeah, spinach is great because it's just really flexible. Like, you can easily throw it in salads, but it's also like really good cooked. But I think that, like, I also didn't like spinach as a kid either, because I think primarily because they were always making us like frozen spinach. Frozen spinach is like a big difference. You have to have fresh spinach. Frozen spinach is not good either. You have to have fresh spinach, and then you have to like not overboil it. But you know what? It's also like, I do boil it, but even that is better just to throw it in the pan with olive oil and garlic. It's the key to like all vegetables. Peas. Peas is one I don't really like. I still don't like peas that much. I mean, I can eat them now, but I'm just not a fan of the texture of peas for some reason. That's one that I've never learned to like, really. But broccoli's delicious. Like, broccoli is a really good vegetable to like use in things. Like in stir fry or anything with like a sauce, because the broccoli is really good at soaking up the sauce. And if you like cook it so it's like a little bit crunchy, very good. It's okay steamed. But I don't really eat it that way. I usually saute it or stir fry it. Or throw it in soup. Yeah. Now we're talking about vegetables. That's okay. I'm a vegetable guy now. It was not that long ago that I was not at all a vegetable guy. Really not that long ago. Not until like I did weight loss, I became a vegetable person. And before that, I just didn't really eat vegetables that much. Like, I think before, because I did my vegetable diet in like, I think it was 2015. Before that, I pretty much only ate vegetables like in Chinese food or Asian food. I didn't really eat them by themselves. And didn't really eat salad either. Cauliflower over broccoli? Really? I don't know. I think broccoli is better flavor than cauliflower. I'm not a big fan of cauliflower either. I just think it's so bland. I do like cauliflower stuff. Like, I had the cauliflower chicken wings from Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't know if you guys have tried those. You should try them if you haven't tried them. They're amazing. Like, cauliflower chicken wings are amazing. I actually like them better than regular chicken wings now. Because the thing about them is that they kind of have the texture of chicken, kind of. And that's all that really matters with chicken wings or chicken tenders is the texture. It's all that matters. Otherwise, it's just fried food and it's all about the sauce. The meat really is not necessary. It does not matter. Cauliflower with curry powder and roast it. That does sound good, though. Yeah, I'm sure that would be good. That does sound good. I don't usually buy cauliflower, though. Yeah, and you can make cauliflower... Like, I haven't tried cauliflower pizza. I'm sure it's probably good. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And cauliflower substitutes. I haven't tried the pizza. I bet it's good. You hate the smell of cauliflower? I never even noticed that it had a smell. Right. I mean, with dough, it's really more about the texture than the flavor. You don't like buffalo wings anyway? I definitely went through a phase because, like, Jennifer is, like, huge into buffalo wings. So I was pretty huge into buffalo wings for a while. I do like buffalo wings. Even though, like, I'm not really a big chicken fan. But it's really just, like, about the sauce. Jennifer, like, her favorite thing is Buffalo Wild Wings. And, I do really like their, like, I've always really liked garlic parmesan sauce. And they got this other one, like a Thai curry sauce, which is really good. But now I can just have that with cauliflower wings, and it's even better. You like chicken on the bone, but you love ribs? Yeah, I like ribs. They're not my favorite, but my parents always like to get ribs. We don't really get ribs here, but I'll have them at my parents' once in a while. And they're not bad. I do like ribs. I mean, I definitely like it when I'm eating them. Cauliflower's been very flavorful, not as a crust. Yeah. Well, yeah, but you don't really need the... Like Leo says, you don't really need flavor from the... I think the pizza crust is only really about texture. I don't think you need flavor from it. And you don't really want necessarily like a lot of flavor because it would contrast with the sauce and the toppings. Besides, when I'm eating like a pizza, I always like cover it with hot sauce anyway. So the only thing I ever taste when I eat pizza is just hot sauce. The only thing that matters on pizza is just like texture. Unless there's like some kind of meat on it, that'll cut through. But otherwise, I only taste hot sauce. To me, pizza may as well just be like a giant chip. Doesn't even matter what's on it. Smoke ribs in the smoker. Oh yeah, that's good, of course. I'm sure that's very good. Well, I don't know why we're not very big rib people here. Because I do like ribs, but yeah, it's really just my parents. Which is the only place we ever eat them. I guess Jen's just not really that into the ribs. It's kind of interesting. Because she really loves chicken wings. But she never, like, asks for ribs. She's never like, hey, you know what we should get? Ribs. She never says that. I think she likes ribs, though. She definitely, like, will eat them, but we just never get them. She always, there's, like, 3 foods she always wants to eat. Like, chicken wings, pizza, and burgers. That's, like, all she ever wants to eat. Pretty much. Maybe a steak once in a while. I mean, that's not... I mean, she will... I mean, there's other things, too, like spaghetti and curry, but... Hot honey is better than hot sauce on pizza? Hot honey? Hot honey, really? I never even... Have I heard of that? I don't even know if I've heard of that. That's interesting. Hot honey on a pizza? Like, just like a cheese pizza? Hot honey? I like honey on, like, biscuits and stuff, but I never thought about having honey. It seems like that would be weird with the cheese. I don't know. Spicy honey? No, on pepperoni. On pepperoni? Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, scratching those knives. Good. Like hot sauce, we use too much of anything. You only taste hot sauce. You're doing it wrong. Yeah, but what if the hot sauce is really good, though? Yeah, well, I mean, I was exaggerating, Skittles, but the hot sauce that I use is pretty flavorful, so it does tend to overpower. Like if you put it on like a pizza. Yeah, I mean, I would still take. Well, we usually get like cheese pizzas anyway, so. Yeah, I just tend to overwhelm the rest of it. You don't necessarily even need to put a lot of it on. Ghost pepper blueberry hot sauce on tacos. Oh, on tacos, huh? Is that really spicy? Not as spicy as you'd think. Yeah, the ghost pepper sauces, I guess they're not necessarily as spicy as like eating the actual peppers, because it depends on like how many seeds are in them or whatever. Right. It's just that like when people hear the name ghost pepper, yeah. And I've never eaten a ghost pepper. I don't think I've ever had a ghost pepper sauce. You're not a heat-seeking missile, Demo? Honey, vinegar, butter, and chili powder. What sauce? Honey, vinegar, butter, and chili. Honey, vinegar, butter, and chili. Is that like a type of like buffalo wing kind of sauce? What that sounds like? On poutine? Oh, I'm not a big poutine person. Not a big poutine person myself. I've had it once in Canada, and I think that's the only, or maybe twice. Maybe we had it like we were at some restaurant somewhere. That's like with the gravy on fries with like cheese curds. It's good, but I don't know. It's just it doesn't appeal to me for some reason that much. I mean, like, it doesn't taste bad or anything. The combination doesn't. It's not something I want to go back to and eat again, I guess. Poutine. Raw ghost pepper 1.1. Yeah, that's really high, Miralupa. Have you ever eaten those? Who here has eaten a raw ghost pepper? I haven't. But I feel like I should. So that I could be like, you know, like a cool person. I mean, don't you have to have eaten a ghost pepper at some point in your life to be cool? Peanut butter hamburgers? What's that? Blueberries and peppers. Well, I mean, you know, there's all kinds of like weird I like trying like weird, interesting stuff. Peanut butter burger. I could kind of almost see that. That's. I do love peanut butter, so that might be good for me. You kind of see that. Peanut butter whiskey. I bet Jennifer would find that interesting. I do like whiskey. I don't drink whiskey that often. Jennifer, well, mainly because like Jennifer buys expensive whiskey and then she's like, "Don't drink it. It's for me." That's the main reason why I don't drink whiskey. But I have had whiskey and Coke. That's pretty good. I don't usually drink. I mean, I can drink that stuff by itself. I don't usually do that. I usually just drink the hard liquor by itself. She's not home. It's true. Have a whiskey and Coke. Live my best life. Is that my best life though? I'm almost finished with my rum and Coke. Demo, you missed it. I explained it earlier. See, I used a special rum. A very special rum. Look what I used. Admiral Nelson spiced rum. You know why this is special? Because it was the absolute cheapest rum available at the grocery store. The absolute cheapest. And that's why it's as good as it is. That's why it's so good, Demo. It's perfect. The flavor is perfect. It's perfect with a Coke. I think the whiskey is actually currently all gone. I don't think we need to still get more whiskey. Because it was just polished off like last week. I think we have not yet purchased new whiskey. So gonna have to just settle for the. I have some Fireball that can mix with the Coke, but I don't want to drink another Coke though. It's like it's too much Coke. I already drank Coke earlier today. I just had another one with rum. So it's like it's enough Coke for one. I don't want to drink. I try not to drink too many of these diet sodas, in one day. And try not to drink more than 2 a day because I've heard it's bad if you just like chug them a lot. I try to limit myself to 2 a day, 3 at the most. 3 at the most. But that's like a splurging day. Try not to have too many of those. I don't know. You guys, how much soda do you guys drink? Be honest. You went to Portland, so it's tax-free? Oh, good. On whiskey? Oh, you spent a lot of money in whiskey? Well, I spent more in the Fireball. I bought a bottle of Fireball. That was more expensive. But I'm kind of cheap when it comes to alcohol. I mean, I do like to drink once in a while, but I'm not really a big drinker. The rum and Coke, that's a usual day. Like that's mostly all I need. I know you like Wonder Kawase, but you can't scale rooftop with a fishing rod. Yeah. Fuck, sales tax. Yeah. Yeah. Stupid government. Trying to tax us. We need to live in a tax-free zone. If we could just get rid of that stupid government, then we wouldn't have to pay tax. Man, living in anarchy would be awesome. You might drink a single diet soda a day, but not more. Wow. Oh, well, you're healthier than me, Demo, in regards to the soda. Just a single one every day. That's good. Yeah, I drink a fair amount of water too. But yeah, I do. It's just there's some things where you want to have soda, like you're eating something bad like pizza, and then at the end of the day, it's like you want to have your rum and Coke, and that requires 1 Coke. Then it becomes 2 Cokes. You want caffeine. Otherwise, it's water. Oh, I don't. So I try to never have caffeine. I do drink caffeine, but only as a consequence of Jennifer making coffee. I mean, while she's been gone, I've been making straight decaf. So these have been caffeine-free days. I had no caffeine today, no caffeine yesterday or the day before, 0 caffeine, which is good. If I had my way, I would never drink caffeine. But unfortunately, I like doing coffee in the morning, and it would be a pain to have like 2 coffee pots. I don't really want to do that. So I just settle for drinking like caffeinated coffee in the morning. A lot of times. When you get to pump your own gas, you get confused. Isn't that like all the time? Like unless you live in certain parts of the U.S., and I don't even know if that's true anymore. Like everybody has to pump their own gas. I know there were certain places where they had like a union, so they still had like gas pumpers. Like was it New York? I don't recall, but I don't know if that's still the case. Otherwise, it's water. Yeah, but like if you're eating like some junk food, certain kinds of food, you just want to have a soda, don't you? At least that's what it seems like to me. 10 cups worth of coffee per day. I'm assuming this is healthy. If that's not decaf, huh? Well, I mean, coffee is water. Wow. Wow, that's a lot. Oregon doesn't let you pump your own. Oh, damn. I hate that. I hate when... Oh, a song from Undercover Cops. That's not Saraswati or whatever that song is. I've heard this one. I should play this one sometime. Like an arcade stream. Damn, stupid Oregon. Oh yeah, New Jersey, right. Yeah, that is, I don't like that. I like pumping my own gas. That feels weird. When I don't know, it's weird, I'm not used to it. Rural countries. Oregon. Yeah. And it's the state that I can't pronounce correctly, so it's just a stupid state, right, Skittles? By accident? You don't drink caffeinated sodas, yeah. Well, I don't have anything, like, against caffeine. Like, I don't know if caffeine is, like, unhealthy, per se. It's just that if you drink too much caffeine, you become addicted. Like, Jennifer is addicted. We all know people who are addicted to I just really don't want to be addicted to it. So that's why I try to... It's not super strict, but I just try to avoid drinking a lot of it. Because it just seems like it would suck to, like, wake up and to not be able to wake up with caffeine. That seems like it sucks. Who wants to be, like, you know, dependent on substances? The soda on Thanksgiving and punch, 1 to 2 a year. Wow, Mary Lou, but that's very healthy. Wow. Caffeine free. Skittles is Mormon, confirmed. Coffee clears your mind. Is that because it clears it of, like, your caffeine addictions, Mr. Leo? Wow. Well, this song is like a phone ringing and it's throwing me off. I can't say I've ever noticed coffee clearing my mind or anything like that. Well, I guess I could sort of see where... I mean, it's refreshing. It's nice to have that hot beverage in the morning. I kind of just think of it more as just like being soothing. It's just a nice... I just like hot liquids. I'm a fan of drinking like hot liquids. Tea as well. And the fact that they're kind of bitter is what's kind of appealing about them now. You know, like drinking like hot, bitter liquids. That's really what it's all about. The coffee, tea. The ice stuff I don't get, yeah. But that's obviously like a different thing. I mean, and people like that, so there must be something good about it. But even for me, coffee was an acquired taste too. I never liked coffee as a kid, and I only gradually like started to... I probably only have really been drinking coffee for like the last 10 years in my life. So I've only now like learned to enjoy like hot coffee. I'm never going to be able to acquire the taste of cold coffee. Like, I don't need that. I've already acquired hot coffee. You can't acquire everything. I also don't think I'll ever acquire the beer taste. And Skittles doesn't like hot liquids. We've been over that before. This is like familiar territory. Like, That's been brought up so many times. I probably even remembered that. That's how much that's been brought up. I even remembered that detail about Skittles. He does not like hot liquids. Hot chocolate also. Yeah. Hot bitter liquids. That's what it's all about. Cold coffee supreme. Do you drink it cold? I do, Skittles. I have the memory of a tree frog. Do you Mr. Leo, do you drink it cold? Do you drink 10 cups of cold coffee a day? So your food tastes better? Yeah, sometimes you dine on a tree frog, Demo. What do you know about frog memories? I forget. Thereabouts? Really? So you don't drink it hot at all, Mr. Leo? Like, not even in the morning you don't drink hot coffee? Man. Like, hot coffee is so nice, though. I mean, in the morning especially, it's just... Hot coffee sucks. What? How can you have such... Demo, how can you have such a different opinion from me? Your opinion... Oh, this face is completely wrong. Your opinion is completely the opposite of my opinion, Demo. Well, I guess there's people who don't like coffee at all. But that aside... That's crazy, Demo. Wow. Hot coffee in the winter? On a cold morning, but not otherwise? Wow. So, Mr. Leo, you agree with Demo? You don't like hot coffee? Oh, man, wow. It's like we're alike, but yet we're so different at the same time. How can this be? How can this be? But Skittles doesn't even, like, drink coffee at all. Usually the most normal person in here. I think that well, if we're just talking about, like, what's more normal as in what's more common, isn't drinking hot coffee still probably more common than cold coffee? I think I win on the normal scale. I'm pretty sure that more people drink hot coffee than cold coffee. Do a poll. Find out. I think that I'm correct. I'm the most normal one here. And I'm not saying you guys are bad. Because you're not normal like the way I am. But I'm just saying. I'm more normal. It's an old people thing. Only hot coffee is like in a GTA game. What? Hot or iced? Well, this song's good. Let me know if the music's too loud, because these songs can vary in volume. You can drink iced coffee. Yeah, I don't really like iced coffee. I don't really like it. I've tried it once or twice. I just think it's gross. I like hot coffee, but cold coffee. Old people can drink that Folgers stuff. Ick. I mean, just think about it, though. Come on. In the world? In the world? Like, in the entire world? Don't you think more people still drink hot coffee than cold coffee? I'm not saying... I'm sure cold coffee is, like, popular. It's gotta be, like, a Pew poll or something. Can put a bit of coffee into your beans and rice. That doesn't actually sound like the worst thing in the world, I suppose. In the world, most people drink tea. That could be. Yeah, tea. Well, that's a different question, alright. But if we're ranking them, I believe it would be tea first. I'm not even sure about that. Is that true? A lot of people drink coffee, though. Okay, maybe it would be tea first, and then hot coffee, and then cold coffee, in that order of normalness. Who wants to argue about that? Because you could just say, like, you're wrong, and then I'll be like, no, I'm not. And then you could be like, yes, you are. And then we can just keep going back and forth like that until we, like, run out of breath. And that would be fun. Be a tea guy. I still like tea. I like tea in the evening. Like tea with like cookies or something like that is nice. Or just like if it's, I don't know, just like as a late night thing. Because like coffee, I mean I only drink hot coffee, so coffee in the evening is weird. So that's usually when I opt for tea. But I don't drink it as often though. hot coffee I drink most mornings. Maybe not every morning, but most mornings. Usually if I'm having something breakfast related, I drink hot coffee because it goes together well. What? Kev Larson, you're taking the lead. Guys, Kev Larson just took the lead spot. Okay, let everybody let it be known. Kev Larson took the lead spot. Kev Larson, welcome to the stream. Number one, you're the number one guy here. You're the number one guy. You're my number one guy. America is the only continent where coffee outranks tea consumption? Could be. Vanilla ice cream. Yeah. Well, coffee ice cream is good too. Dirty chai latte? I don't know. That does not sound like something I would enjoy. You're my number one. Yeah. That's always going to be a quote. It's a Batman, 1980s Batman, Michael Keaton. Where does he get all those wonderful toys? It's never going to get old. It's never going to get old. It's always going to be good. When I'm 80 years old, I'm still going to be quoting that. We're all going to be quoting that movie, right? Yes. Yes, we are. Of course. Right, that's right, Skittles. And or you contribute quote bits, end quotes, but also bits when I haven't forgotten the timer, but just to congratulate me on not forgetting the timer. Sometimes you contribute bits. Number 1 out of 1. That's really good. Wow. You're the number, right now on this stream, you're the number 1 contributor in the world. Like, you have the world record for bits on this stream on this day. That's something, Kev Larson, that you are the best in the world at. The best in the world. What? Skittles just usurped Kev Larson? Oh my goodness. I didn't see this coming. Kev Larson, you're still number 2 in the world. You're number... Oh my goodness, you're number 3. Kev Larson, bronze medal is still a medal. Like, you still have a medal, Kev Larson. You're still, like, on the podium, technically. You're below Skittles and Mr. Leo, but you're on the podium. You got your bronze medal. And you're still, like, you're there. You're still a footnote in history. So, that's good. It's good, Kev Larson. Good job. Congratulations. Congratulations, Kev Larson. That's gotta feel pretty good, I bet. That's gotta feel pretty good, Kev Larson. How do you feel about that? Miralupa, Copper Wars. Like the Stone Wars. Game over! Demo just donated $1. Alright, Demo. Alright, Demo, you're my number 1. Demo, how does it feel to be my number 1 guy? You're my number 1 guy. I appreciate that. Kev Larson, you're number 2 again. Silver medal. Silver medal. Oh, man. Or wait, did that make you silver? I don't even know. I can't see. Wait, what does it say? Kev Larson, number 2. Mr. Lee, oh, Skittles off the board. Skittles was just pushed off the podium violently by Demo. Beautiful gold, so-so silver, and shameful bronze. Let's not even talk about 4th place, right? Don't even mention that. Wow. Well, this is quite a competition here. Like, this has turned into a real no-holds-barred contest. And I, for one, am on the edge of my seat. Now, you can't see me right now, but trust me. Like, I am actually on the edge of my seat. Like, I'm about to fall off my seat. That's how exciting it is. What? Gifted sub. Thank you, Demo.
Miralupa subscribed.
Miralupa. Let me just check if you're on the board here. Are you on the board? Yeah, you are. So now you're at 2. According to my sheet, you're at 2. 2 hours. Someday, we're going to get back to those. Good old subscriber requests. Do 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 do. Thanks, Demo. You're gonna be Demo's on top of everything. Demo's gonna be on top of everything. Wow, Demo. Thank you for being on top of everything. We appreciate that. He, she, whichever, right? It's Demo. Demo transcends space and time. So I mean, Demo is more than just a he or she. Demo's a cosmic spiritual being. A robot? No, you're more than just a robot. You're the robot. Like, you're the most important you're like a intergalactic space bot. Cool buddy bot. But you're more than just a bot. You're a space entity. You're really more of an entity. Like I would say. Like a mystical, interdimensional, phantasmagorical entity. A cool buddy bot? Oh, yeah. We could add a cool buddy. What would that do? Just be like, hey, cool buddy. No, I'm just trying. No, that's how I see you, Demo. I'm just telling you the truth. That's how I see you. That's just me. That's how I see you. You know, it's just my opinion, man. Some people call Demo a space cowboy. Some people call her Maurice. Right? There are those people that call her Maurice. I've been called Maurice once or twice, and I like it. I'm a fan. I wouldn't want to be called Maurice every day, but like once in a while, it's pretty good. This guy started the cool buddy thing, may have been a bot. He's a pretty cool bot, yeah. Regardless of what he was, now he might have been a space entity. Probably not like a space lord like Demo, but like a mystical space anomaly, perhaps. Oh, is your whammy sound? It sucked? Oh. Okay. Do you speak for the pompous of love? Hey, this is kind of a cool mystical space lord song. Like if you were a mystical space being, this would be a good song for you. I would make it my theme song. Well, that was a pretty cool contest. Remember that? When like everybody was like donating bits? That was pretty good. That was very exciting. You know, all kinds of exciting things happens on this stream. You know? So much excitement. So, anybody seen any good movies lately? You seen through my Scheme? How did you know that I made that video game, The Scheme, that we played through recently on PC88? I guess it wasn't that recent because time has been flying. You know, it's like towards the beginning of the year. How did you know that I made that? I did make that game, yeah. I'm a game designer. I've actually developed every single game that I've played on stream. I just don't like to talk about it. I'm very prolific. Green Dreams. Look, you did something not Final Fantasy IX. Oh, Kirby's Dream Land? Demo, you must know some kind of like obscure game song from some obscure game that like nobody's heard of. Come on, you must know something, dude. Some obscure video game on like DOS, an obscure demo. Yeah, I remember when Demo streamed Final Fantasy IX. It was one of the most exciting days of my life. I remember it vividly. I was just sitting around the house, I was staring at a wall, and I was thinking about the essence of humanity, and then suddenly, I heard like a light lit up. It wasn't on the computer, it was actually like I had a phone, like kind of like the bat phone, so it was like a red buzzing light. And I picked up the phone, and then a voice said, Demo, it's streaming Final Fantasy IX. And I rushed to my computer just in time to see Demo playing Final Fantasy IX. And she had it on the title screen. So, and she was just letting it play. Just letting the title screen, like just the demo play. And she didn't even talk or say anything. It was just the title screen, and we just watched. And you know what? Even though nobody said a word, and it was just the title screen of Final Fantasy IX, and then she shut the stream off like 10 minutes later, it was one of the most interesting, like artistically interesting streams I'd ever seen. It really made me think. It made me think about the meaning of streams, you know? It really, for that comment. Oh yeah, you don't remember that, Demo? Wow, did you black that out? Yeah, no, that was a great stream. It was a great stream, Demo. Sounds like something you would do. Demo, maybe it was a collective, what do you call that, hallucination? Is this GoldenEye right now? Dude. Nice. I think I have a GoldenEye song on the playlist somewhere. The GoldenEye music. I gotta play I never played the one-player mode in GoldenEye. Actually, I was watching Team R play. It looked pretty fun. I'm gonna play that. Demo, do you want to come over and play GoldenEye? We can do that. Play some GoldenEye. Alright, Demo, I don't know if you actually did that or not with the Final Fantasy IX, but that does sound like a pretty good idea. Like, have I given you a good idea now? Just think, like, that could be your first stream. That'd be pretty exciting. Like, just there's so many things you can do with the art form of streaming. Like, you can just go on to your stream, and you could be some idiot named Flipsider. You can go on the stream and just like babble, blah blah blah, about just absolutely nothing of importance, just saying a bunch of stupid shit, and maybe playing a video game badly while you're doing it, or whatever. There's so many things you could do. Oh, I should probably move this on. Isn't streaming interesting, Demo? Like, just to think. It could all be yours, Demo. It could all be yours. Something obscure. What about the video game Obscure for the PS1? You could put in a song from Obscure, the PS1 horror game. Oh wait, don't do that. It had really bad music. Maybe don't do that one. Maybe Obscure 2? Well, I mean, there has not been a lot of obscure stuff yet, except for Mr. Leo's random Japanese song. Can you beat that? Just find a random Japanese song and put that in the thing, Demo. The Dragon Slayer music in there. Virtual Boy, Wario Land music. There you go. That's pretty good. Virtual Boy. That's like not ultimate obscure, but like that's moderately obscure. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. I bet it's... You're not allowed in the No Skittles Club? Oh, yeah, Skittles. You're not allowed in the No Skittles Club because... Well, if you were allowed in it, it would defeat the purpose of the club. Unfortunately. So... You know, otherwise, I wish... When we have our meetings in the No Skittles Club, like, I do wish you could... Like, I often think to myself, you know, one of the big problems with this No Skittles Club is the fact that there's no Skittles. And then everyone else is like, yeah, you're right. It would be better with Skittles. But then we agonize because then it goes against the entire founding principle of the club. We can't sacrifice our integrity like that, Skittles. I mean, we'd love to have you in the club, but our integrity. We have to respect our integrity, Skittles. You understand. Demo was the founding member of the club, though. I mean, it was her idea. Yeah, at the No Skittles Club, you know what is interesting? You know what sucks? There's no Come On Bras. Nobody ever come on bros in the No Skittles Club. And sometimes somebody will comment on it like, nobody's come on broing. And we'll all just sigh. Like, oh, it's because Skittles isn't here. And then somebody will be like, why do we make this club in the first place? And I don't have an answer. Nobody really knows. It's a mystery. There's a Cool Buddy Club too. Skittles, you're allowed at the Cool Buddy Club. You're allowed there though. You should show up more often. No Homer's Club and have one Homer. Yeah, it would be exactly like that. Exactly. The No Homers Club. Is there a Simpson episode with a No Homers Club? I regret adding that command now. That's a good command. What do you... Skittles. Well, that's why you always think before you command. What is that? Oh. Okay.
Why don't people like me, Marge?
Everyone likes you. You're a wonderful person.
Alright.
Why don't people like me, Marge?
Everyone likes you. You're a wonderful person.
Why don't those stupid idiots let me in a crappy club for jerks?
I'm sure it's nothing personal, Homer.
It is. It's been happening to me all my life.
Hey, Billy! Hey, Joey! Come on in! There's plenty of room! Sorry, not you, Homer.
Why not? But you let in Homer Glumplet.
It says no Homers. We're allowed to have one.
Oh, I felt so left out.
Kids can be so cruel.
We can? Thanks, Mom!
Remember when there was comedy that existed that was really funny? Good. We can? Thanks, Mom. That's a really good... Man, I forgot that I need to rewatch all early Simpsons episodes. And then the other best part is, but you let in Homer Glumpson, it's no Homers. Are you allowed to have one? It can be so cruel. We can? Thanks, Mom. Oh. How is that show so good? How has there existed like a comedy cartoon show that could be that good? Does anybody know? It seems impossible. It's kind of like we look back on that today in the year 2021, almost like the pyramids. Like the Simpsons is like the pyramids. We look back and we're like, how was that? I don't understand. How could they have made that with the technology that they had then? They could make comedy better than we don't even know how to make jokes. How did they do that? It's a mystery. And some people theorize that The Simpsons had to have been written by aliens. It had to have been written by aliens because it's actually just too funny. Like it's funnier than normal human beings. Rick and Morty. Yeah, Rick and Morty was pretty funny for a while. It was. It kind of dropped off a little bit for me in the third season though. But the early Rick and Morty was very good. It's true. I mean, I'm exaggerating. There probably are some funny things somewhere. Yeah, the kids call them memes. Like we don't have jokes anymore. It's like now it's just like we just have pictures and we put text on them, and that's really funny. That's comedy in 2020s. It's no Simpsons. It's the early Rick and Morty. The more out of control Rick and Morty is pretty good though. It's pretty good. Pretty toxic. Well, isn't that just because it consists of humans from modern day humans? I think. I still like Futurama best. Yeah, I haven't watched all the Futurama episodes. I need to watch. Futurama is really good too. It is really good. I don't remember like when exactly that dropped off. Because people say that like the writing kind of dropped off, but then like it got good again or something. I don't know. I don't even think when they made new episodes, I don't even think I watched any of those. I need to watch. What? I've seen Futurama like 7 times. Yeah, I haven't seen as much. I mean, I've seen a bunch of Futurama, but I've seen more like the earlier episodes. I haven't seen a lot of the later stuff. And I haven't watched it as much as The Simpsons. Because like I was when Simpsons was syndicated, like I was watching that like every day for a while. But I mean, yeah, I need to watch more Futurama. Futurama was a very good show. It was a very good show. Simpsons got the humor in before others. I mean, Simpsons is like an all-star cast of like writers. Like if you look at some of the writers on the early episodes of The Simpsons, it was just like an amazing all-star cast, like including people like Conan O'Brien and a bunch of other people I don't remember, but a lot of funny people apparently. The original pre-cancellation Futurama was revived. It was still okay. Something seemed a little off. That's what I heard. Yeah. I don't think I ever watched any of that. Yeah, I need to watch that. How many seasons are there of Futurama? I didn't really, I didn't care for the Disenchanted that much. I was not like super into Disenchanted. I was not. Oh, dude, the music. Sorry. Here, let's just give Skittles this song again from the beginning. We gotta really give Skittles his money's worth there. Comedy Central ones aren't as good. Right. Well, I still want to check them out though, see what they're like. But also, I really want to go back and rewatch. It's been a long time actually since I've like watched a Simpsons episode. All the way through, aside from like we watched some of the Fun Houses of Horror, like one Halloween. But it's been a long time. I need to go back and rewatch those. Like currently, I've just been like rewatching all the old Star Treks, the original Star Treks, and those are very good, very entertaining. That's what I'm kind of been like working on right now, is just watching old, because I've already like marathoned all the TNG. We're re-marathoning all the TNG episodes with Jennifer, and I watched all Deep Space Nine. And at some point, I'm going to try to finish Voyager. Asian Waste did like a full Star Trek marathon. He watched like all the series, which I might want to do at some point, but I don't think I could. I'm not even sure if I could get through Enterprise to be Voyager. I think I kind of do want to watch all of, because it's not to derail into Star Trek. Sorry, I only brought it up because I was watching. I just finished watching the first season of that. I don't think I've ever marathoned the original series, so I wanted to like finally do that and see all the episodes that I missed. I need to do that with Futurama as well. And Simpsons, I've probably seen every episode up to like season 10. Past that, I'm really spotty. But just from syndication, I think I've seen almost every episode up to about season 10. But it's been a long time since I watched them. Loss of Mojo. The early Family Guy. I never liked Family Guy. I mean, I've watched it here and there. It's all right. Like it can be funny. Like it's watchable. Like I don't hate it per se, but I don't know. Just something about the sensibility. I've just never been a big fan of Futurama. Vote to hate the show. Is it? I just don't. Yeah, I guess I'm just not a big fan, like a super big fan of Seth MacFarlane's like sense of humor. I mean, I could kind of take it or leave it. I wouldn't say I hate it, but no more Star Trek talk streams. Sorry, Skittles. Sorry. Hot beverages, Star Trek, and foods are topics. Yeah. No, we can talk about this. We should talk about The Simpsons more, because The Simpsons deserves the talk. I need to catch up more with like The Simpsons. Like, you know, I need to rewatch all that stuff and get it fresh in my head, because like at this point, when would I have been marathoning? Like, well, I never marathoned it. When would I have just been watching it? Like, it would have been like maybe like over 15 years ago that I like watched large amounts of Simpsons. there was one point where I was really getting into it. Like I was going to the website to like look at episode guides and like try to like watch every episode. And that was probably like 15 years ago, I'm gonna guess. Hard to watch all of them in a row and really enjoy them. You talking about Family Guy, Kev Larson? You haven't liked Family Guy since high school. Never really liked Family Guy. Sense of humor on me died then. That sense of humor died. So you liked in high school. Well, I mean, like, the show can be funny, but it's just... It's a more, like, crass kind of base sense of humor, I think. It doesn't... I feel like... It's also, like, very heavy on references. It's just kind of shallow. Did you ever see... You guys have probably seen, like, the South Park episode about Family Guy, where they basically kind of give their dissertation on the difference between them and Family Guy. This it's pretty spot on. Have you guys seen that one? Jokes of human depravity. I like jokes. See, it's not so much. I like jokes of human depravity, but you sort of need some sort of like heart at the core of it, like to make it work. You know what I mean? So like Family Guy, it's not, the problem is not so much that it has like depraved jokes or like edgy jokes. It's more just like the characters kind of just aren't likable, and there's not really like a human core at the center. It's all just like mocking with like no hearts. Like to me, that's kind of always been the problem with Family Guy. Also, it's the demo core, Like a Dragon. I will play this one of these days. I think I want to anyway. Oh, dude, this is like that EDM music or whatever. You seen that one? They reveal this recipe for every Family Guy joke. Yep. Dude, do they have it on? They have it on YouTube. Maybe we'll watch it real quick. Like a reminder, because it's very, very hilarious. Oh, Star Trek? Well, we have to stay away from Star Trek because we don't want to irritate. We've talked about Star Trek a lot. South Park making fun of Family Guy. How long is this clip? Is this the clip where like South Park, like Cartman gives his dissertation? I guess, yeah. I'm just gonna turn this off for a second. That's a pretty heavy song, Demo, but that's okay. Deep Space Nine, yeah. Oh no, it's sliding into Star Trek, guys. Watch out. I'm sorry. It's not my fault, but it kind of is my fault. It kicks ass. Dude, we could watch this.
Okay, guys, check it out.
We can watch this. It's
You
okay.
TiVo every episode of Family Guy?
Dude, it's a good show.
Yeah, lots of people like Family Guy. Ugh.
Peter, I can't believe you invited your old high school sweetheart over for dinner.
You think that's bad? Remember when I auditioned to be David Hasselhoff's car? Hey there, Knight Rider.
After those bad guys, Kit.
Yeah, but Dad, why would you invite an ex-girlfriend to dinner?
Perhaps he wants to make our mother nervous.
Nervous? Like when I had to sell pancakes to the school soccer captain? Pancakes for you, Captain?
I'll be the captain, and you be to kneel.
Love will keep us together.
Once again, bitter riots have started in the Middle East. This time even more massive. And terrorist leader al-Zawahiri has issued a threat.
وفي هذا الصدد يهمني أن أنبه إخواني المسلمين في فلسطين لعدة أمور حتى يدركوا أبعاد المؤامرات الأمريكية ضدهم.
See, South Park is a funny show.
الوصول للسلطة ليس مطلوبا لذاته ولكنه مطلوب لتمكين شرع الله في الأرض.
We've got 6 days to make it to Los Angeles. If we keep our stuff...
Dude, will I? Okay, is this DMCA-able? Like, can I get a DMCA for this clip? Like, it's just random clips, right? You can't get a DMCA for this, right? Or muted or whatever. It's probably okay, right? It's just a clip. It's a random clip on YouTube. It is funny. So maybe we'll just skip around a little bit.
Hey, your sense of humor reminds me of Family Guy, Cartman.
I am nothing like Family
He's
Guy.
nothing like
And I
Family
think
Guy.
jokes, they are inherent to a story. Deep, situational, and emotional jokes based on what is relevant and has a point. Not just one random interchangeable joke after another.
You must be excited. Not many people get to meet our writing staff.
Yeah, there you go. That's good enough. I'm sure it's probably. I'm sure you can probably play the whole clip and it's fine. But you know, back to the Yakuza song. Yeah, South Park is. I've always liked South Park is very clever. Yeah, let's talk about South Park now. That's a good show. I haven't really watched it recently. It's another show. There's so many episodes, but someday I do want to catch up with it. Although, yeah, South Park can be... I mean, it can be a little bit more hit and miss. Like, it's not as good as, like, classic Simpsons. It's not as... It can be more hit and miss. But when it's hit, it can be, like, very, very, like, biting satire. It's a smart show. Like, it's, like, very crass, but very smart. Like, it is kind of like everything that Family Guy isn't, because it's got the crassness, it's got the depraved humanity, but like with the point. Manatees picking random idea balls out of a tank. Right. Oh, we didn't get to that part, yeah. Single episode stories. That's probably true, yeah. Well, it's assholery with a point, right? You know, it's using like kind of like edgy humor, like to make satirical points, satire. Yeah, see, there used to be this thing in comedy where like people would like do like biting satire of things. It was pretty good. I'm joking, but like, what is that? Exist, like, where do you like go to get satire these days? I have no clue. What's satirical? I have no idea. Maybe there is something. Probably something I have no awareness of. Yeah. Well, I mean, making fun of everybody equally is not the point. It's more of like a requirement for like it to not feel like blatant propaganda of some person's like, you know, which you don't really want that kind of like, that stops being comedy, but it's more just that it's like it's kind of, you know, assholery with a point. As long as there's some kind of point behind it, then oh, with Penn and Teller, don't care about stuff that's stupid. Huh? Well, yeah, but I mean, like, yeah. But usually in like interesting ways, though. Yeah, I don't know. I think that they have pretty good insights into stuff sometimes. It's like idiocracy. I see. Like, I actually like the Penn Jillette podcast is like one of the few podcasts I still listen to, and they've even kind of meddled out on their libertarianism recently. I don't know how it is with the South Park people, but I don't know. You watch the show and it doesn't really usually feel like a libertarian mouthpiece show. Like, if it did, it would not be good. Like, every show is not about how libertarianism is awesome. I don't really think that I never got that sense with Penn and Teller either. Like, stuff like that is not good. The people, right? Well, I don't know. I guess that's true. They did know that they were idiots. Idiocracy. Idiocracy is quite a movie. It's very like, it's a very intense comedy. Like, it's almost, it's like so it's laid, it's like almost played for like more for like horror than for like laughs, or equal parts like horrifying and like it's quite a movie. It's quite a movie, Idiocracy. Yeah, I used to love bullshit. Yep, I love bullshit. Yeah, so there was an interesting thing that they said once was that they they never got the chance to do this, but they always wanted to do the final episode of Bullshit would be the bullshit of bullshit, where it would be like all the things that they got wrong, but they never did do that. But yeah, certain things on there they've gone back on and said that that they did get wrong. Like I don't remember. Like the secondhand smoking episode, I think, is one example. But that's still like a really cool show, though. Like, global warming isn't such a big deal. Right. Well, yeah. No, I mean, like, that episode, it wasn't so much that it wasn't a big deal, it was just that they were, you know, it was more, there was some legitimate, like, grievances in there, like, not exaggerating the science to make a point, like how the Al Gore movie, like, actually, even though it's on the right side of the issue, has lots of like factual errors and exaggerations in it. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. There's probably stuff in that. I haven't seen that in a while. But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, that's one that did sort of like, they're more in like the, you know, every like most people are in the global warming camp. Well, I guess not most people, but that's one they have said that they were they got some stuff wrong. A lot of libertarian type episodes. Yeah, they had, well, yeah, I mean, kind of like they had a libertarian point of view, but it didn't feel like a libertarian mouthpiece show to me, per se. Because I mean, if it did, I don't think I would have liked it as much. What I liked about the show was just that, like, even though it was exposing a lot of, like, stuff that is just, like, bullshit, like, it often, like, had, like, it took a very, like, positive tone, which you wouldn't necessarily, like, expect with that kind of show. And that's pretty cool. Oh, and then the other one that I think that they've said that they got a lot of stuff wrong was like the weight loss show, I think. Yeah, he's lost a lot of weight. He did. He went on. I mean, to be honest, like his huge diet was one of the things that inspired me to do my diet. But he also went on like a crazy like plant-based diet, and like now is like entirely like still eats entirely plant-based. I don't like I went back to eating meat after my diet. Like I still eat meat, although I do try to eat like less than I used to, and I eat a bigger proportion of vegetables than I used to. Or I like now that probably the biggest change is I'm more willing to eat like pure vegetarian meals. I do that more often. Ooh. This is fun. This got positive energy. Pro-gun about the Second Amendment. It was BS as well. Pro-gun about the Second Amendment. Yeah, maybe. I do remember that episode, yeah. I don't know. This is a complicated topic. Guns. We should just throw all of our guns into the ocean, right? It'd be a better world. And all of our weapons. Like that one Simpsons episode. What if we just threw all of our weapons into the ocean? As long as no aliens come with boards and like a bat with a nail and a board in it, like we would be okay. I think that would work. Oh. I'm not a big gun person. I never owned a gun. Don't have much interest in owning a gun. It's funny too because we used to live in like basically the equivalent of like the slums in Chicago. We lived there for like 10 years. Like in the old apartment was actually like in a really bad part of Chicago. It was like in one of the highest crime neighborhoods. But like nothing ever happened to us though. We stayed inside most of the time. We were fortunate enough to have like a parking spot for the car, so it never got like broken into or anything. man, it's amazing how like little happened to us. But even living there, never really felt a desire to like have a gun. Yeah, now we live in a suburb of Chicago that's like a much nicer neighborhood. Yeah, much nicer. Honestly, like I didn't even really mind living in that neighborhood that much. Like I never really felt like that, like intimidated by it or scared. So like, the thing about it was, like during the day, if you walk around during the day, which I would do sometimes, I would stay to like the more major streets to be fair, but yeah, I would walk to like the corner grocery store and it would be fine. Like, and there would be people out, like there'd be kids and they're like, and like dudes walking their dogs, and it was fine. It was only like after dark. You didn't want to go out after dark, or at least not unless there was like a block party going on, which there was every Saturday. Although we still didn't really go to those. But yeah, they had like block parties every Saturday. They had like the whatever the mariachi kind of music playing. I'm not exaggerating, like yeah, very mariachi-esque like music. Or like, well, sometimes it was just like pop music, sometimes like Mexican pop music, I guess. But yeah, that kind of like yeah, very Mexican culture. It was always like blasting on Saturday nights. Now that I think about it, I kind of wish I had gone to like tried like I don't know. It's how you kind of feel like you don't belong. But I wish I had like just wandered around in one of those. But the general rule of thumb that we followed was just like that we didn't really go out at night. Or if we were like, you know, if we had to like come in, we would just go straight to our parking lot and our parking spot and go straight inside. We did the old apartment area. It was a bit sketch. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you came there one time, yeah. I like how it was open. Right, you get hassled. If you only got hassled, that would be, yeah, that would be good. Because worse, like, I mean, there were times when, because there was like actual gang activity that like happened outside our window. Like we watched it happen like a few times. Like there were times when, there was a couple times when like right outside of our window, like there was an alleyway in the behind our building. It was like something out of Gangs in New York. Like you had like two like rival gangs yelling at each other. And you definitely heard gunshots once in a while. And then there was one time that somebody may have gotten killed. Like we didn't see it happen, but like the next day we heard gunshots or something, and then the next day there was like a tape chalk outline, or I think it was the equivalent of like some kind of chalk outline or something. So somebody might have died right next to us. Crazy, but you know. But people die in the world all the time. Just because it happens outside your window, that's no reason to get freaked out. I'm glad you live in a peaceful area. Do you manhunts? You know, lockdown? Helicopters? That sounds exciting, Demo. Was that exciting? I mean, it was interesting. It was a little bit, I guess it was a little bit scary when there was like Gangs of New York outside of our window. People yelling, gunshots. But you still wanted to, like, you couldn't help, or at least me. I guess maybe Jennifer's too scared, but you had to, like, you had to look out the window a little. You had to just kind of peer out the window. You had to look at that. It was very interesting. You had to look at that. I honestly, like, even with that stuff happening, I didn't really mind living there. I kind of liked the neighborhood anyway. Like, the next door neighbor to us was always sitting on his steps, like, with his dog. He would just always sit there. He was, like, a real nice dude. And you could walk to like, there was like a corner bakery that was like a Mexican bakery, so they sold a lot of like Mexican like pastries. I would walk there to buy some. It was good. You saw someone shot and killed. You live in Detroit. Oh wow, man! Like actually saw it. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, I never actually like witnessed that. The closest that we got was like hearing the gang activity, hearing a gunshot, and then the next day we like saw the like tape outline. That's the closest, but we didn't actually see it happen. Like that would be pretty insane. But I mean, you know, these days you can see stuff like that on YouTube if you really want to. which I prefer not to do. Oh, I need to draw the balloons. Oh man, talking about I'm sorry. Should we go back to talking about Star Trek? A little bit heavy topic, a little bit heavy. But you know what I mean? You know, it's just. I'm just all I'm saying is like even though it was like a more like unsafe neighborhood, nothing ever happened to me. Maybe that's why, but I still kind of like miss it in a weird way. It was kind of interesting to live there. And it's not like I go outside that much anyway. Like, I don't really take advantage of my new neighborhood as much as I should. I should go out more and, like, walk around. Jennifer does more than I do. But I really should. Because, like, we know, like, our neighbors now. Our next-door neighbors are actually, like, the ones that have, like, the kids who they were friends of Grandma and they brought their kids over, like, a few times. Like, they're like, both police officers. It's pretty interesting. But they're very nice. And they have, like, crazy kids. And then the other next-door neighbors moved out, but some new people moved in. They seem nice. We haven't really talked to them that much. And then the neighbors across the street were friends of Grandma's as well, so we know them a little bit. And then, like, there's a bunch of other friends that Grandma had in the neighborhood that, like, used to come over. Haven't seen them in a while. We should probably invite them over. This song is... You know what? It's not the right song. Let's play something else. You don't want to talk about how many people you saw pooping in public. Alright, Demo, I know you just said you don't want to talk about that, but you just actually said the words, I don't want to talk about how many people I saw. Just by saying that, haven't you talked about it? Because now I'm talking about it, and now you're listening. It's almost like we're talking about it. City living was bad for your anxiety, but your upstairs neighbors were awful, so that didn't help. Yeah, it what like I don't yeah it's like I never really had when I was younger I had depression, but I don't think I really have it. I guess people call it different things now, but I don't think I ever it wasn't really bad. I don't really have anxiety for stuff about that and stuff like that. I don't worry about stuff like that. I just think it's interesting. I like living in I would live in places like that. I would even live in like places like, you know, they might be dangerous in like the Middle East. I think it might be interesting. I don't know. I could see myself doing that. Except of course that, you know, I have no reason to go do that. I wish I could travel to like more places around the world. If I had more money, I would it would be really interesting to just see other places. I don't tend to worry that much about like, you know, trivial things like the possibility of me dying. Like, who cares? We're not gonna live forever anyway, you know? Why worry about some stuff like that? You can go out there in the world and see stuff. Right? Am I wrong? I don't know, that's just what I think. But, unfortunately, I can't really afford to. We're still paying off our house loans now? I hope someday that we can afford to travel more or something. Oh, I guess I finished this page, by the way. See, should I ink this, or should I go on to penciling the next one? I'll go on to penciling the next page. For right now. Or, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should ink this, because it's... No, I'm going to pencil the next one. How much you like trees? Right. Trees are good. I do like trees. There were less trees in the city, that's true. Yeah, that's one of the nice things about living in the suburbs now, is there's a lot more... Not only trees, but like in our neighborhood, a lot of people have like gardens, and a lot of people care about their lawns. It's pretty nice. And we're doing that more as well. Like now, like Jennifer's like a huge garden, and we have more plants and stuff. She's got a ton of plants. Pretty crazy. We're just out of control with plants here. A legend song. What were we talking about again? I don't remember. Why was I talking about the inner city? Should we talk about Star Trek now? What do you think, Skittles? Skittle's still here. You can go back to talking about The Simpsons. Just listen to this song. It's a good song. From a beat 'em up called Legend, which looks very ghetto. But the soundtrack is cool, but apparently it copies from other soundtracks. It's like a Western developed beat 'em up. I do like that song though a lot. Oh man. Well, I don't know. Maybe the topics were getting too serious. Maybe we gotta take a break. We gotta take a break from all this seriousness and we just gotta listen to this music and chill out. Chill out, man. I wish I could just watch The Simpsons while I draw. Oh wait, I could do that. I just have to be off stream. I did have to take a break from my Star Trek watching. But I do want to do that. I want to also catch up with like Futurama and Family Guy. There's so much stuff I have to watch every time I start thinking about it. There's so many things. So much media. So much media in the world. Let's see. Like... here? And then... here? Right. Oh. Oh. This song is cool. I haven't even played this game, but I think this is one that always comes up in like the retro game music podcasts. Very nice sounding Genesis music here, man. There's so many really nice sounding Genesis soundtracks. It's hard to believe that at one point I thought I was under the mistaken impression that like all Genesis games had crappy music. Very, very wrong. Is it your favorite for music? Yeah, that's getting to be more popular opinion these days. Well, did you grow up on the Genesis, or did you just decide that now? Because people who grew up on the Genesis, of course, have a predilection for that music. Did not. Yeah, Genesis music. I also did not grow up with Genesis. I grew up with NES and Super NES, and I was like, I was even kind of anti-Genesis because I was like sucked into that console wars stuff. Although it's partly because I didn't own it. Well, I couldn't own two systems at the time, and I couldn't afford to. And I think I had the impression that maybe because of the advertising, that Genesis was like more for like sports games, like more of a sports, and like all the RPGs were on Super NES. So, and I mean that is correct. So, well, that's partially correct. Like nowadays, we can like go back and we can play all the cool Japanese games that we never got. But there was, I mean, like I could have been playing stuff like Streets of Rage and Alicia Dragoon. That came out in America. I think Ranger X did well. I could have been. There's a lot of cool games I could have played. Vector Man. There's a lot of cool games for the Genesis I could have played. It does. This is also Genesis, by the way, as well. I have a lot of Genesis stuff on here. Yeah, Genesis has got a really cool sound chip. It's more synthy than Super Nintendo's, which is more sample-based. but both could be really amazing if used properly. Like these days, the Super Nintendo sound chip almost, because like the sample, like at the time, it seemed like it was capable of like more realistic instruments, but nowadays, because it's sample based, it sort of kind of loses the realism aspect a little bit. But there's still like a ton of really great music on the Super Nintendo. A ton. You get a Master System? Oh, Master System is Sega. That's Sega. How did you have a Master System but not a Genesis? You didn't graduate to Genesis? A Game Gear. Yeah, I never had any of those. I went from Atari systems. I had Atari 2600 and 7200 to... Oh, I gotta tape it. To NES. When the NES first came out, like I lost my mind because it was so, like Super Mario Brothers was so amazing. And then when, like years later when Mario 64 came out, same thing. It was just as amazing. But yeah, I became like a Super Nintendo super fan. So I was very loyal to Nintendo throughout the NES, Super NES, and N64. Except the thing that finally got me off of the Nintendo loyalty train was the PlayStation. Because like after I found out that it was going to have Final Fantasy VII, like I had to have that. And I never really owned a Sega system. I never owned which, you know, I definitely missed out on a lot of cool games, but, you know, someday I'm going to go back and I'm going to play those games that I missed. I'm going to play Estal on the Saturn. To play that. Your sisters? Yeah, it could have been for you or for her boyfriend. Sure, sure. Well, it was a popular thing to have at the time. Maybe her boyfriend just needed to play like that hockey game that like everybody played on Sega. Oh no, that would have been on Genesis. Did not have a non-portable until PS1. Hand-me-down NES. Well, did you play that very much? Well, you know, I mean, that 50% of the time when it worked, it could have been amazing. Oh, this is Super Nintendo song here. Not the best song, but it's kind of cool. It's from definitely a very obscure game, the Iria Super Nintendo game, based on the anime, which probably a lot of people don't even remember what that was. I have to rewatch that. That was based on a Japanese horror movie, Zerum, which is like some kind of like cyberpunk Japanese live-action movie about like a sexy woman who fought like a demonic kind of Giger-esque Dark Lord monster in the future. And then they made an anime off of it, and then they made the game based on the anime. Play Zelda and Mario. Yeah, everybody has to play Zelda and Mario. Those are the go-to games. They are good games. The only games you had. The only games that a lot of people had, probably. But of course I had them too. You had to have Zelda and Mario games because they were pretty amazing. Like Link to the Past, Super Mario World, Yoshi's Island. Those are all pretty amazing games in the Super Nintendo. Or the NES, yeah, Mario 1 through 3. All pretty amazing. Zelda 1 and 2, amazing. Those are just all amazing games. In 64, both the Zelda and the Mario on that are amazing. The Mario 64 is one of my favorite games of all time. Let me just make sure I didn't forget to draw anything on this page. My stream distraction, like a scar or anything like that. I guess, fine. Yeah, Ocarina of Time is a great memory. Oh yeah, I bet that would be, yeah. Well, it's such a, like, riveting experience at the time. A 3D game like that. And turn it like, I mean, taking like a 3D game and then like, you know, Zelda-izing it and like putting all of that like amazing like exploration and puzzles, and it's a cool game. It still kind of holds up. And it's been a while since I played it. I need to replay it sometime. But it takes a long time to play all those Zelda games. Oh no. Oh, the vacuum. Yep. That definitely would create a memory, wouldn't it? Yeah, moms with the vacuum. You lose your progress. Oh man, this... Here's a good Super Nintendo... Here's an obscure Super Nintendo song. I've never even played Dragon's Earth. It's some kind of Famicom game. But man, amazing song now. That mouth does not look right. Yep. Oh yeah, I have a memory like that too. Like I was at my cousin's house in California. We were staying at, like, it was one of the, like a family trip. I was at my cousin's house. We were playing Wizards and Warriors, which he got for his birthday. So we were both playing through it for the first time, and we spent like hours like playing through the game, beating the bosses and stuff. And then finally he had to go to bed, so we like begged his mom to like leave the power on overnight so we could like finish it in the morning. And then she like shut it off, or the power went off, or something. I forget what the reasoning was. But then we lost our game progress. We didn't get to beat Wizards and Warriors. Very sad, Demon's very sad. I still remember that. That's a semi-vivid memory. It's just like in poker, you always remember the bad beats. Bad beats. Those kind of... Losing your save data, that's the memory that sticks with you. Dude, whether... I know moms. Moms, they just don't understand, right? They just don't understand. Oh, like... Alright. Zelda 2 saves to the cart. That's true, Zelda 2 had saves. Well, yeah, Zelda games had... They had saves. You were fighting... Yeah, so you would have still had your save. But, I mean, you would have had to... Yeah, if you were in the middle of the Ganon fight, you'd have had to, like, go all the way back to the castle again, I think, so... That still would have been pretty bad. Moms. Do. One of these days I gotta play this game so I can like know what kind of game this song comes from. Dragon's Earth. Looks like some kind of strategy game. Okay, that's better. That's better. What does anybody else have any like memorable gaming memories? Anything that you can remember about playing video games as a kid? I think I have like a few. I guess I was really into Wizards and Warriors. I have another memory of being at my grandma's house, and I didn't have a Nintendo or anything, but I was just really into Wizards and Warriors, so I was like... I was really into like drawing Wizards and Warriors maps. I remember like drawing the maps and like making my own maps, I guess. So I was like hiding the keys in the maps and just like drawing them. I remember doing that at my grandma's house for some reason. I don't know why I remember that. My grandma didn't have any video. She only had an Atari. I remember that. Yeah, she had an Atari 2600. And it's funny, like now, like the same grandma, she's like 101 by the way now. She's still alive. Like we still see her. Like she lives in like a nice assisted living home, so we still see her. Like although we hadn't been seeing her very much for COVID lately, but but she's still hanging in there. Although she's kind of getting weaker all the time, so... But I mean, it's pretty amazing that she's held out this long. But, yeah, like, and then, like, recently she had a Wii. So when I was a kid growing up, she had an Atari. When I had an NES, she had an Atari. And, like, now, or, like, not now so much, but, like, in the, like, past 5 or 10 years, she had a Wii. And, like, Wii bowling was, like, a big thing at the old folks at the assisted living center. Like, a bunch of other, like, old folks. They played Wii, just only Wii bowling, I think. It was only Wii bowling. That was the thing. She just did Wii bowling. With the... And we played that a few times with her. I guess that's kind of a gaming memory. Silent Hill 1 and 3 in the morning, your best friend screaming so much, and your mom woke up, told her to shut the fuck up. They love Wii bowling too. Yeah, it was super huge with, like, old people for a while. Yeah, it was. That was an interesting little fad. Yes, Silent Hill. I do have pretty distinct memories of, like, of those games, of playing those. Yeah, I love those games. Those are, like, they're still some of my favorite games of all time. I mean, I just recently, like, changed my lists. I put, like, Silent Hill 1 and 2, like, near the top. Those have always been some of my favorite video games. Especially 1 and 2. But, yeah, let's see. Silent Hill. I'm trying to, like, remember my first time playing Silent Hill 1. Pretty long ago. Sure, I remember, like, getting stuck. I do remember getting stuck. Like, the beginning of Silent Hill 1, and when you have to, like, just run around the neighborhood and, like, find the keys and stuff. I was completely stuck on that. I think I had to, like, somehow find a guide or something to get past that. And I don't think I owned the game either, so I think it was a rental, too. But I might have, like, rented it multiple times to beat it, which I did do sometimes with because it was still cheaper than buying them. But I do remember... I remember, like, playing through the game and, like, not understanding the ending at all. And being very confused, but still really liking the game. Like, now when I replay it, like, I appreciate more, because some of the story of that game is really kind of muddled by the translation, but it is very interesting when you start to kind of figure out what's actually going on. It's very David Lynchian. Like, now I'm a huge David Lynch fan, so... Which I didn't know I was at the time. And maybe I am partially because of, like, stuff like Silent Hill. You got in trouble for lending her an M-rated game? We aren't mad at your aunt, just sensitive. Your aunt is just sensitive about how did you get the game. How did you get the game, Demo? Well, I'm sure you probably just walked into a store and bought it because, like, I doubt it would be that hard to, like, in those days, like, people didn't really care. I don't know if they still do. Getting the Fire Tunic in Ocarina of Time? Oh yeah, the Fire Tunic. Right. And how did you get that again? Was that obscure? I don't recall how you get that. Oh, your best friend's brother. Ah, I see. Makes sense. Yeah, boy, how old would I have been when I was playing Silent Hill 1? When did that game come out again? Because I would have played it when it was new. I also remember the Game Fan article, because I was big into, like, video game magazines at the time. Like, I would either be buying them. It's funny because I didn't even have subscriptions. I would just go to the store and just constantly be buying them. In hindsight, I really should have subscribed. Although I did have a subscription to Nintendo Power for a while, but I'd always go to the game store
Or just like any store where they sold magazines, and I would be buying like the latest video gaming magazines, especially during the PS1 era. It was such an exciting time for video games. So I'd be getting Game Fan. Game Fan was my favorite, but once in a while I'd also get some like EGM. I would get sometimes, and here we go, Demo. Here's some music for you. Bombing the Rolling Goron. You no trouble with the Water Temple. Yeah, you know, it's funny. I also don't really remember having trouble with the Water Temple when I played it. I don't remember having trouble with it. People always complain about it, but I know that I think that you have to like do a lot of back and forth like switches and stuff, but I don't know, it never really bothered me when I was playing it. I do remember the Rolling Gorgon thing. I guess I figured it out myself, I'm not sure. Hey, Arisan, you completely forgot about this comic? You met me over 10 years ago at a con in Texas? I'm guessing A-Con, most likely, would have been. Well, that's cool. Well, I'm still doing it. I've been doing it all this time. I do streams where I usually do video game streams, but I do drawing streams once a month. Patreon. Yeah, still working on it. Hope that feel free to catch up with it if you want. It's on a new website now, but it's still out there. Still doing 3 pages a week. You know, in my spare time when I'm not busy playing games like Echo the Dolphin, very important video games. 13 in 2001. Hey, thanks, Arisan, and welcome to the stream, and I appreciate you stopping by. If you have any questions, feel free to ask about anything. It's totally cool. But I guess the stream, I don't know, what time is it? 10, 11? I should try to keep going for at least another hour. Got work to do. I should try to finish this page. That would be good. That would definitely be good. I don't know, we'll see how I feel. Maybe I'll even stay up a little bit later than usual, because it would be great to get work done. I have a convention to do next week. I'm going to be at Kineticon next weekend. I don't know if I've mentioned that to you guys. I probably haven't. I mean, I think I've mentioned that I'm going to be at Kineticon, but I haven't mentioned it recently. So that'll be next weekend. Which means I will be leaving Tuesday, so not a lot of days left for streams, unfortunately. And I didn't get to stream very much this week either, because the tooth thing, I had a sore tooth all this week. I did not feel up to streaming. I was going to stream yesterday because there was going to be a poker game, but that ended up not happening. So, hey, thanks for the follow, Eris. Appreciate it. So yeah, what is this? See, I'm working on page 7 of chapter 58. So, in chapter 58, there's a lot of chapters. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, Silent Hill. How old would I have been when I played Silent Hill? It would have been the year that the game came out, because I remember I kind of went off on a tangent there about video game magazines. But I definitely remember vividly like reading the Game Fan article on Silent Hill. I was very excited about Silent Hill because I loved Resident Evil, and it was at the time it was being billed as like Konami's answer to Resident Evil. Like in the game magazines, they were talking about how it was going to be more cerebral and more psychological. Like that's what they were going for. So I was very excited to play it. So I probably played it like right away when it was new, I think. Time to binge? Alright, awesome. Well, I appreciate that, Arisan. Hope that you enjoyed that. And thanks again. Feel free to like hang out as much as you want in any of the streams. I stream pretty often. Although I won't be streaming very much next week because of Kineticon. But generally we stream pretty often. I do like a lot of video game stuff a lot of the time. Especially a lot of retro video game stuff or random stuff. in the middle of playing through Sonic 06 for TAM. It's a subscriber request. I just have to finish that. That's actually kind of fun, surprisingly. Also doing song requests, mainly for retro game music, but could technically be anything. But all the songs in my song list are like 95% retro game music. Yeah, so Silent Hill, I feel like that came out like maybe it was 95? I want to say it was like 1990. Let me see. When did the PlayStation 1 come out? I think the PlayStation 1 came out in 1995. Silent Hill must have been like 1999, I think. Yeah, PlayStation 1, I think the PlayStation 1 came out in 1995. So Silent Hill, maybe it was like 97 or 98. Did you say? Oh, okay. Sorry, I completely passed over that chat there. Okay, see, I got close. 1999, yeah, so I would have played it in 1999. And I was born in 77, so I would have been 22. I guess I was old enough to rent it. Ah, there you go. I would have been 22 when I played that. Or wait, I guess 21, because I was born December of 77. 21? Just old enough to rent a rated M horror game. Man, I love that game so much. Even though I didn't understand the story at all. Cool. And that's one of the games that I've gone back to and played the most out of like any... Well, I mean, not counting like old retro games that you replay like hundreds of times, I guess. Like, I've played through Battletoads like hundreds of times. But that's kind of almost like a different thing. Like Silent Hill, like a game like that of that length, I've probably played it like over 20 times. And I don't think there's any games of comparable length that I've played nearly as much. You probably don't agree. I wish they'd remaster. Just so hard for you to play now. Yeah, I really don't agree. Well, I don't agree, but if they actually did a good job of it, I would love it. But I just don't like if they did it. If they did it like in a comparable quality of the Resident Evil 1 remake, well, actually, you said remaster, I guess. Remasters are a little bit safer. They're a remaster and not a remake. Like if it's just the same game, but with like just upscaled graphics, which I don't know if they could do that easily, but if it's like just basically the same game, I would be fine with that. It's just that like they don't ever do that though. They always change stuff and like fuck stuff up, you know? They never just like they never like properly respect the games when they like do that stuff. Do you feel like the graphics don't hold up? Yeah, I feel like they do hold up just fine because I think that the abstraction of the graphics doesn't really hurt the game at all. I mean, you kind of just have to get a feel for the controls again, I think. Like, once you do, I think that the game controls well. And, yeah, the graphics, I mean, you know. They still look cool. Silent Hill 1 is, like, it's a very... Here, you know what? Let's play some more appropriate music. Let's play some more appropriate music when we're talking about Silent Hill. Here, we should play this, actually. Scaredy cat. The game still scares you. Is that the real reason? Demo, I thought you were a badass. Come on, you're not scared of Silent Hill. You're not scared of Silent Hill. Maybe you just gotta play through it again. You gotta, like, jump back into the water, you know? You just gotta jump back into the water. You just haven't swam in a while. You only act badass? Well, you know what they say, Demo. You fake it until you make it. Just keep acting badass, and pretty soon the badass will seep in to the inside. Let's play some. Oh, actually, wait. Silent Hill 1. what was the unreleased soundtrack called? Unreleased. I forget what like Complete, is that it? Complete. Yeah, that's the one that we really want. If I can, this is one. That's better versions of the songs. Just want the ambient music. Huh. Yeah, this is a good one. Yeah, it's still an extremely scary game. And you know why? Because, okay, well, I think the graphics do hold up just, like, better than you might think. Because abstraction tends to not necessarily be a bad thing for horror. Because, you know, and Silent Hill is already, like, pretty surreal. And the presentation is, like, kind of, like, what it's all about. You know? So, but the graphics they have a lot of detail to them. You know? Like, for the time, it was, like, pretty amazing. Like, a fully 3D town. It wasn't pre-rendered like Resident Evil. Like, it was a fully 3D town, and, like, every building was unique. And, like, the interior dungeon-type areas, they all were unique as well from each other, and they all had, like, different kind of, like, theme, and they were it was really good, I guess, very, very creepy design sets. But then you have the sound design and the music, and that stuff never goes out of style. And, like, it still is, like, some of the best sound and music in, like, any video game. Any video game. You know, the music in Silent Hill 1 is amazing. Like, Silent Hill 1 through 4, it's pretty, but especially, like, 1 might be the best. Like, 1 and 2 are, like, extremely high-level masterpiece soundtracks. Like, they're better than most movie horror soundtracks, really. When the Silent Hill movie came out, honestly, the best thing about it was just that it just blatantly used the soundtrack from the game, which was a really smart choice that more video game adaptations should think about doing, probably. Although, most video games that get adapted don't have music as amazing as Silent Hill, so... But, like, this right here is the music. By the way, I know the game so well. You could play a piece of random music and I could tell you exactly what part of the game it comes from and probably the name of the song. Like, I have both the official soundtrack and the unreleased one that somebody made. The unreleased soundtrack has got a lot of the music that's not on the official one. Including, like, the official soundtrack takes a lot of the songs and kind of, like, it, like, mashes different pieces of music together. But Silent Hill 1 has a very interesting soundtrack because it has a lot of dynamic music. Like this song, for example, the song that plays when you're first walking into the town and you go into the alley, where you're following your daughter into the alley. She runs in there, and then suddenly things get dark, and like there's like a abandoned wheelchair and hospital beds lying around, and it keeps getting, like, creepier and creepier. Like, as you go into the alley, the environment gets, like, darker and creepier, right? It's a very, very cool scene. And, like, it's honestly, like, up there as, like, one of the best scenes in, like, a horror game. But the music also builds as you walk in. So, like, it keeps layering more effects, which this track right here is from the unreleased version, properly, like, simulates that. You hear how, like, it keeps, like, kind of layering more tracks on top of each other. Like, that's what the actual game does, but in real time. So as you walk further into the alley, it keeps layering more of these tracks on. So it's, like, it's extremely, like, it's just extremely brilliant. It's extremely brilliant. Oh, you know what? I need to redraw this. Oh, okay. Let me repeat oh, really, Demo? Okay. Alright. Well, basically, I was just talking about how these games, let me sum up. The Silent Hill games, they still hold up because abstractness is not really, like, a big issue for horror games necessarily. Like, abstract graphics can still be very scary, and also sound design is, like, the most key component to, like, a horror game. And the soundtrack for Silent Hill 1 and 2, but especially 1, is a complete masterpiece of, like, ambient music. It's probably the single best ambient soundtrack that's ever been done in a piece of media, in my opinion. That's why you have PTSD. Well, you just need to play with a brave person like me, maybe. I don't know. But, yeah, so what's really cool about this track that's playing right now is... Here, I'll even... You know what? I'll rewind so we can listen to it again. Okay, so, like, you got to go back to the beginning. What's really cool about this track, which, by the way, is on the unreleased track, because the official soundtrack has kind of condensed versions of the song, so you don't get, like, the full experience. So, this is from the beginning of the game when you're... Yeah. The fucking dread in your stomach. You have to find and fight some creature. Well, this is from the beginning of the game before you even run into any creatures, though. So like, so what's really interesting about this track is, so at the beginning of the game when you're first, like, your car crashes and you're following Cheryl into the town, into, like, the kind of foggy town, and she goes into an alleyway, right? You remember that scene? Yeah, I got you, Demo. So, like, you follow her into an alley, and then this ambient music starts playing as you go into the alley. So what's, like, brilliant about it is that, and you kind of get the simulation of this from this track I'm playing on YouTube, because you notice that they're, like, layering on, like, more components to the song as the song plays. Like, in the game, it actually adds on more tracks in real time. So, like, as you're going into the alley, at the same time, like, it's getting darker and more fucked up stuff is showing up. Like, there'll be, like, a random wheelchair, and then there's, like, spikes in the ground and, like, bodies, right? Stuff like that. So as the alleyway is getting progressively darker and, like, creepier, the song, like, dynamically adds on more components. I've still, like, to this day, never seen an opening scene to a horror game, like, done as close to it as good as this. Like, it's such a brilliant, like, piece of video gaming. It's, like, so brilliant. So just, like, kind of, yeah, notice as they, like, go through the song, it, like, adds on this stuff, and it gets more and more intense. And then, like, until, like, the end when you, like, confronted with, like, a corpse, and then suddenly you get, like, attacked by, like, weird creatures, and you black out. Like, that's how that scene ends. Then you meet Sybil, and it plays this music, which is, like, very Twin Peaks seeming. Yeah, it's not an accident that Silent Hill has things in it that is very reminiscent of Twin Peaks, because the developers were, like, huge David Lynch fans. Apparently, a lot of Japanese game developers are fans of David Lynch, because there's, like, a bunch of David Lynch inspired, or even just Twin Peaks inspired stuff. Of course, like, Deadly Premonition, and that Michigan, or what is it? What was that one game? The one PS1 game that I keep talking about how I'm going to play. It's not Michigan, is it? I forget. But there's a bunch of David Lynch inspired stuff in, like, Japanese games. The Japanese have got good taste. They have very good taste in film directors. Deadly Premonition on Steam was on sale, and you're like, tempting. Yeah, I mean, Deadly Premonition is amazing, and you should definitely play it. But having said that, the PS3 version is the best version to play. You can play the Steam version, but I think you might need to find a patch for it to, like, fix some of the bugs, because it's a bad port, as you would expect. It's notoriously buggy, but there is a patch you can find. I don't have it. I have the PS3 version, which is supposed to be the overall best port, although it still cuts out certain things from the original Xbox version, which kind of sucks. But any way you play it is good, because it's quite a game. Deadly Premonition is really quite a piece of entertainment. I mean, you enjoyed watching Deadly Premonition 2, right? I like Deadly Premonition 2 a lot, but 1 is the better game. It's the more fully... Even though 1 also has kind of the same problem with the dungeons feeling repetitive, because the dungeons were not meant to be how they were, like Resident Evil style. They were meant to... That stuff was sort of forced... I guess the suits forced them to like put in some more Resident Evil style content because that was popular at the time. So that stuff feels repetitive, unfortunately, but everything else in the game is amazing. In the Delayed Edition. Oh, here's the scary music. Play something a little bit less intense. I just want to play Silent Hill music now. Here, let's just pick the really... This one's really cool. And also, like, very creepy, but... I always love this one. This plays first when... I think it plays a couple times, but it first plays when you, like, first go through the doghouse house. The house with the doghouse where you have to find the mystery keys. And then it's the first time you go... The town goes from, like, foggy town to darkness. And it plays this music. It's so good. It's such an amazing soundtrack. And, you know, like, and then I remember also, like, getting Silent Hill 2 for the first time. Unlike with the PS1, the PS2, I was not an early adopter. I didn't end up getting it for, like, a couple of years. When I finally got the PS2, like, there was already, like, some cool games out, like Silent Hill 2. And I was one of the main reasons why I couldn't wait to get it anymore was because I had to play Silent Hill 2. So like I finally got it and played through Silent Hill 2, and that was a really amazing experience. Also a really amazing game. It's really hard for me to pick a favorite between 1 and 2. Like on my top list, I have them like right next to each other. I think I have Silent Hill 2 above it, but I kind of tend to waffle a little bit because they're both such amazing games. Even 3 is like a really amazing game as well. It's just like a little bit less of a masterpiece than 1 or 2, but it's still really amazing. And then 4, Silent Hill 4 is also really interesting and cool game, but it has more pronounced flaws, I would say. It's still a worthy game. It's definitely worth playing through. And I need to replay it actually because Silent Hill 4 I've only played the one time. Like Silent Hill 2 I've probably played like 20 times. And Silent Hill 1 I've played like over 20 times. And Silent Hill 3 I've only played like a couple times maybe. Oh, we need to play Silent Hill 3 on stream. So we did 1 and 2, right? I think did we just do Silent Hill 2 last Halloween? Maybe we could do 3 this Halloween. That would be pretty cool. Let me see what this text on my phone is about. People texting me during my stream again. Jennifer's sending me pictures of Rage Against the Pusheen. Apparently Jennifer's watching a cool anime in Adult Swim. Fina, Pirate Princess. We should all watch it. What? James is gonna be home from the airport. Pirate Princess is stellar animation. Oh, really? Pirate Princess, huh? I have not heard of that one. Well, I'll have to keep that in mind to check that out. Pirate Princess. Fina, huh? Hey, Colic, how's it going? I guess we're still playing creepy Silent Hill music. Hey, Demo, do you want to listen to more? I'm going to text you on my stream too. Thanks, Demo. Do it for my birthday. When's your birthday? I was gonna do it for oh, Silent Hill 3, you mean? I was gonna do it for Halloween though. Wouldn't that be more appropriate? When's your birthday again? That I do not remember. How are you doing tonight, Colic? Is this you texting me, Demo? Repeatedly, it's your spooky gamer quest. What? I told you this 20th of October. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, you probably have, Demo. And I'm sorry that my memory is not good. I'm sure I'll probably remember next time. It's been pretty lackluster this anime season. Has it? Oh, I see. I'm very excited for JoJo Part 6 though. That's gonna be amazing. And, you know, whenever they make more Dr. Stone. But I haven't, you know, I don't really keep up with the anime seasons like that. Seriously. I just watch a couple things here and there. The COVID stuff. Good work with the COVID stuff. What? I don't know. Are you talking? Oh, you're talking about with the animation. The 29th. Well, now I might remember. Now I think I might. There's a chance I might remember Demo. But okay, so that one we would want to try to save for the end of October then. All right, I will try to make a mental note of that. Well, like last year, what did we do last year? Last year we did Gregory Horror Show, right? Around your birthday, it would have been Gregory Horror Show. Fliptober, yeah, that's true. Fliptober is almost upon us. We have to hurry up and like get some more Fliptendo soon. We got to get to Fliptendo. We got to finish Sonic 06. Oh, I'm suddenly drawing the wrong character. Damn it. All right. We got to finish Sonic 06. I would still like to do some more arcade games, but we'll probably have to like wrap that up quickly. And then we have to try to do some Fliptendo, man. Running out of, and I got Kineticon this weekend, so although I don't have any more conventions after that, I don't think. I'm not sure. I have to check see if there's any more I want to crash. Maybe we could try crashing some. Dude, let's go back to regular music, I guess. Go back to regular music from the. Here, let's play something a little bit like nicer, huh? There we go. Do. Oh, did some people put anything else in the Oh no, I guess not. Rule of Rose is not as good as you'd hope. I thought it was good. You didn't think it was good? Sunny Boy, pretty good this season? Sunny Boy, huh? Okay, I haven't heard of that. Sunny Boy, interesting. Tell me more about the good stuff this season. Oh, page 4. Is that a typo with buried? Barriers. Buried? Uh-oh, chapter. I need to fix those typos. 58, page 4. Buried. Oh, I better take a look at that. Alright. I liked Rule of Rose. I thought it was pretty interesting and unique with its like setting, and like the music was good, and it was fun to play through. Quote the anniversary of Quotebot. Oh yeah. Maybe I'm alone. The last panel. Oh, okay. Yeah, probably a mistake. I'll take a look at that comic. It's probably supposed to be barriers. Towards an Eternity? A bit heavy. I don't know that one either. Ooh, that's about it, huh? Yeah, I need to catch up with some anime. There's still like older anime that I've been wanting to catch up with. I don't know what it's hard because the anime is hard to do because when you watch it in Japanese, it's hard to draw at the same time, which I usually like to do. Of course, you can watch it in English to solve that problem, but even still, like it's hard to. It takes a while to get through like seasons of stuff. I've been watching more Star Trek lately. I've been watching so much Star Trek. And I want to watch The Simpsons. I'm not leaving myself time for but I should catch up with some anime probably. There's so much good anime out there. I don't want to be forced to be her t-shirt mannequin. My proofreader. Yeah, maybe Aquatope? I see. Slice of life at an aquarium. Well, that's an interesting concept, though. Slice of life in an aquarium. I like aquariums, I guess. Oh, maybe Jennifer would like that. I should tell her. She likes aquariums. That could be the perfect one for her. Yeah, Parasite Eve. I know. It's great, isn't it? Another, like, amazing killer soundtrack. One of the best game soundtracks. Parasite Eve. I'd put it up there as like if we were like discussing like the best game soundtracks, I'd put Parasite Eve up there in the running, along with Silent Hill. Silent Hill, like the PS1 era has just like some of the best game soundtracks ever. This is pretty good drawing music too. Oh yeah, so man, Gregory Horror Show was so weird. It was pretty interesting though. I liked Gregory Horror Show. Man, so it's September. Man, you know, now that I think about it, it's really crunch time. Well, you know what I could do? I'm just thinking about like my gaming schedule. I wanted to get done another 25 Fliptendo games this month. We could still try to do that. However, maybe it would be better, like if we don't get around to it, like if I end up like taking more time like finishing Sonic 06, I could do more arcade games like I wanted, maybe do some subscriber requests. Maybe you could just like save the last 50 till after I don't know. I should probably try to get some of them done. I guess I should just try to get done whatever I can this month. And then try to get the rest done in November. And then, like, ideally, like, December, we could, like, finally play Parasite Eve on stream. Like, that would be cool. Been wanting to do Parasite Eve 1 on stream. I'd really like to, like, go through the what do you call that? The bonus building in Parasite Eve, the Chrysler building, which I've done. I did before. Like I remember doing that like way back when I got Parasite Eve, and I was a huge fan of it. But I'd like to do it again. It's been a long time. Remember, like it's not like the best content in the world because it's a kind of repetitive, but it's still cool. It's still cool. I still like it. Aria? Oh, yeah. On Mars? Oh, okay. There was an anime called Aria that I think that came out like a while ago, but I think it was like in the 2000s. You must be talking about something else. Terraform Mars. I'm not sure. The tower doesn't reset even if you do New Game Plus. Aria has a few shows to it. Oh, really? Oh, here we go. Orchestrated version of Final Fantasy VI song. like 4 seasons. Oh, really? Okay. I thought I knew what that was, but maybe I'm thinking of something else. That's new, though, right? There's a lot of shows out there. And I just haven't been watching new anime lately. I've been, like, too focused on, like, watching Star Trek and then movies. I've also been watching, like, some more old movies, like martial arts movies and just random old movies. I've been watching a lot of anime. But if an anime came out, like, there's certain things that if they came out, I would, like, watch in a heartbeat. Mainly the new JoJo, because I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. New Dr. Stone, because I love Dr. Stone. And, I guess that's about it. Maybe new One Punch Man, although I still haven't watched the 2nd season of One Punch Man. I don't know why I haven't. I really should. A lot of bad isekais? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you hear about that a lot. What are some of the bad isekais? What about that one that's like a girl that... it's like called something like... I killed hundreds of slimes and I became over-leveled. And now I'm like super powered or something like that. I watched a couple episodes of that. And it seemed okay. Kind of cute. But it seemed like one of those that would just kind of be the same thing over and over. So I only watched a couple episodes. Actually, I think only a couple episodes were free. I've watched a couple of these. Like I watched me and Jen were watching Ray Zero. That one we really liked. That's an isekai. And I loved No Game No Life. I was really sad they never made another season. And what's... I never did get around to watching Sword Art Online. Well, some of these, even the ones I'm mentioning are like older now. Yeah, they're the current fad. Right. Right, but like a lot of the isekais, it's just like it's like you're going to like a video game world and you're like playing a game and it's like not even that serious. A lot of them are like gag stuff too, like just jokey. Or like light. Oh, I watched Shield Hero. I did watch that. That was pretty good. I would probably watch... I didn't love it, but I liked it enough that I would probably watch the 2nd season of it. Sword Art was okay. It seems good, but I just... I watched an episode and I never got around to watching more of it. But from what I hear, the 1st season is good, but the rest aren't really worth watching. Wait, this guy, I can't tell this guy. Okay. Well, that's interesting. That one never gets serious, just continues years. Yeah, it's one of those, like, kind of gag ones. No 2nd season. Yeah, I did like Shield Hero. I did like that one. But that's another one that's, like, pretty serious, I guess. Well, I mean, I think that I could probably enjoy, like, a more jokey one if it was, like, done the right way, I guess. I don't seem to... I mean, I don't know. Like, the one with the overpowered girl is kind of humorous. It's not bad. I guess it's kind of like One Punch Man in a video game world. Even Shield Hero kind of sort of takes place in like a video game world. It's kind of weird, but it's like it's taken very seriously. And there's all these isekais where they go to like an MMO world. That's very popular. Why do you think that's so popular? Are MMOs that popular in like Japanese, or is it just like the trope is very popular? Because like. I feel like in America that's people don't even care about MMO RPGs. It's not even like a mainstream thing as much. I don't know. I guess Final Fantasy 14 is pretty popular though. Hard to keep track of. No Baka updates. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure there must be some equivalent though. I don't know what that. I don't remember what that is. Fuck, amazing. Agency. Well, I mean, not like it's okay for every show to be different. Like, you know, sometimes there's plenty of shows where like where like some characters. There's plenty of shows where like various characters have agency, like including women and men. But often in like that kind of show, it's as far as like agency goes, like it's all like very much driven around the main character anyway. I think in Shield Hero, everything revolves around the main character. Like nobody has agency in Shield Hero except for like the main character, really. But that's kind of the way that that's the way that they all work, right? Or a lot of them, I guess. I guess in like something like Ray Zero, it's more complicated. But like if you want like a show with, if you want like a more like, because Shield Hero is really more of like, it's more simplistic. You want a show where like more where it has, it's not even so much agency as just like depth, right? Because if more characters are involved in the plot, it's just usually a deeper plot. Whereas if it's more of just like a show about like the main character doing stuff. But you know, isekais are going to tend to be that way. Oh, I just ran out of pencils. But it's funny, nobody ever complains about like male characters not having agency though. I'm sure there's plenty of shows where they don't. Slime Kun Isekai? Hold on a second. I'm going to have to sharpen some more pencils real quick. I just ran out. Slime Kun is lots of sitting through city planning meetings. What is it? Slime Kun Isekai? Getting hugged by busty female humanoid characters. That sounds okay. I don't know. Not really a real thing. Stockholm Syndrome is just like, it's not a meme, it's a meme. Well, I mean, it probably has been a real thing at some point. It probably has, but like, right, in the way that multiple personalities is not really real, that's true. Well, also, people, I mean, a lot of that comes from, like, people's conception of, like, how things happen in movies. Like, you know, because people can, in theory, people are empathetic, so they can recognize the humanity of people. Like, being able to... Actually, this is something that I always thought was interesting. If you think about it, Stockholm Syndrome actually is just a sign that people are good. Because what it really just is being able to empathize with someone even who is, like, you know... Even in situations where you shouldn't normally be able to. Which is kind of... Hey, it's Tam! It's like, so you tend to see that more in movies, where like, the situations are sort of written where like characters can like recognize each other's humanity. But like the reason why that tends to not happen in real life as much is because real life is not as idealistic or it's not as dramatic. But like in theory, anybody can recognize humanity of other people in bad situations. It's not even a bad thing, really. Mm-hmm. And you know, and also like things are complicated and yeah. Situations are complicated. Well, yeah, it could definitely happen, but probably if you were captured by someone, it probably realistically wouldn't happen. Hey, Tam, how's it going? Tam, we were just talking about how you have Stockholm Syndrome for this stream. Is that true? This expression I did not draw right. Sam, I'm going to stream extra just for you. Maybe I have to redraw this whole expression. I don't know. Nope. Oh, okay. Well, Tam, how are you doing? Tam, we have to do more Sonic 06 soon. I was thinking about, are you going to be around tomorrow? I was thinking about doing some big Sonic 06 streaming tomorrow. Yeah, I have to, let me just redraw the eyes too. I better redraw this whole expression. Glad. Hey, thanks. Thanks, Sam. I'm trying to feel better. Well, no, I mean I do. You know what? It was. It turned out to not be a cavity. It was just some sore gums. I really just needed like a cleaning because apparently I had not gone to the dentist in too long of a time, and I had like plaque buildup, and it seemed like it apparently was the plaque buildup that was causing the gore, the algor. The gum soreness, which could be, you know, maybe we should that should be like a new internet meme. We should call gum soreness, I think we should call it goreness. Like, that's a cool new word, right? Okay, maybe not. Tomorrow is real good. Just gonna laze around the whole day. Well, oh, okay. Do you want to watch somebody play Sonic 06 while you laze around? What do you think, Tam? Or did you have other plans? Because I was thinking about maybe playing a bunch of Sonic 06. If that would be cool. Gonna remove some wallpaper. It'll be annoying. Perhaps paint the deck. Any plans? All right. Well, I definitely would like to do some big Sonic 06 tomorrow. Maybe we can make like a big chunk of progress on it. I'd like to finish Sonic stuff and like get into those other ones. Silver and Shadow. We got to finish all of that. You excited? Buying a sun shield? That sounds fun. That sounds good. Sun shield for your office space. Like to put like on the windows you're talking about? What is that? Hey Tam, seen any good anime lately? We're just talking about anime. I haven't really watched a lot of like recent anime lately. Just because I've been busy watching other stuff. I do want to... I'm not really... I'm kind of like on purpose ignoring a lot of like modern media, but I'm not ignoring anime though. I just haven't got around to watching stuff lately. Anime is like the one modern media I still am interested in at the moment. Oh, board games, that's right. Anime about girls playing board games? I see. What's that one called? Colic watched it apparently. Hey, thanks. Welcome back, Mr. Leo. Oh, I should probably retape this stupid picture. The Ultimate Belgana version of this song. Hokago Saikoro Club.
Oh, Okago Saikoro. And what part of that means board game? Okago Saikoro. Interesting. Tam is here, Demo. Oh no, your package of mushrooms has gone really bad. Yeah, yeah, you gotta keep an eye on those mushrooms. I just used up a lot of our mushrooms in the vegetable soup I made. Yeah, that is Wander from E's Music. Exactly. That's actually from Oath and Felghana, the remake of Wanders from E's. It uses like a remade soundtrack, which is extremely good game. Extremely good remake. One of the really good remakes, if you ever want to. But the original Wanders from E's is also amazing. I need to play the PC Engine version one of these days. Absinthe? I think I had absinthe like one time. Isn't it like licorice-y absinthe? If I remember correctly. Is that what you've been up to? What, you mean you had that tonight, Tam? Are you like all absinthe up? Are you like out of your mind? Are you crazed? Dude, the Mario Paint music is so nice. It's good for drawing. It's good artistic music. Also, it's good like late night relaxing music. Okago is after school. Saikoro might be dice. What that doesn't sound right. Oh, is that correct? Oh, dice because it's board games. So it's like, so their definition of board game is just like anything you use dice in. Is that it? Or it's actually about playing games with dice, not necessarily board games, like dice games. Really? Congo Saikoro. And Miralupa knows Japanese. Who here knows Japanese? Who here knows more Japanese than me? Like everybody except Demo and Skittles, I guess. Everybody. How does everybody... Is this like a self-selected sample thing? How do like everybody I know that likes me like knows Japanese pretty much? Except for Demo. Well, I didn't say 100, not 100% of them Demo, but I mean Demo, look at so much. Yeah, you know Japanese, you know Kawaii and Neko and Domo, sure. Still study. I do still study every day, yes. Mainichi Benkyo. I am Benkyoing Mainichi. Let's see. Let me see if I can remember the words I just learned recently. I learned no, Koro. What does that mean again? Which apparently I didn't because I forgot what it means. I learned Boeki is trade, and I learned that Sakan is plentiful. So I learned now I know how to say that a country has plentiful trade. Boeki ga Sakan nakuni. Did you know how to say that, Mr. Leo? That a country has plentiful trade? Because now I do. And I learned how to... You don't know very much? All you got from anime? Just looked it up. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. That's... All right. Tam knows Japanese. I wonder who knows more Japanese, Tam or Mr. Leo. Can we have a Japanese off? They attract a certain type. The Japanese onomatopoeia? You talking about like the words, those like specific words that are like waku waku, doki doki, like those kind of words? All right, what song's gonna come up next? What do we have next? Well, this is a real good one. Kira Kira, Bira Bira, Koro Koro. I know a few of those. Like I know Waku Waku is excited. Doki Doki is like heart pounding, heart pulsing. What are the other ones I know? Waza Waza is to wander around, I guess. And Bura Bura, I forget. What were the other ones that I knew? I just learned one. What's Kira Kira? I don't know that. Formal Japanese class was like 8 years ago. You can read hiragana, katakana. Yeah, me too. But I know barely any kanji. I need to learn more kanji. Yeah. Sometimes I know hiragana, katakana, but I don't practice reading it enough. So I'm still a really slow reader, especially katakana. Hiragana, I'm a little bit better with for some reason. Yeah, what are the other... Let's see. Bura Bura. Waza Waza. That's the only one I could think of. I know I just learned more of those. I forget them, apparently. Let's see, what else did I learn recently? I learned, trying to think. Hitsuyo means important. Or, yeah, it means important. And Taisetsu means, like, important or, like, special. And... Oh, I learned how to say barbershop is Tokoya. I learned that. And what else did I learn? I just learned that like this week. I'm the Rocket Japanese. I still have a lot of lessons to go. Dude, this track does not look right. Well, anyway. Yeah, katakana has always felt harder to me. Like, it's harder to grasp than hiragana. I don't know why. I mean, I know all the katakana. I think I know all of them, like, if you tested me. The ones that I was having the most trouble with was Mo and Chi, because they look the same. But I think I finally got that down now. And there was a couple that, like, barely come up, like O or Wo. That I always was like, what's that? I always forgot. Yeah, there's some katakana just like come up really rarely, and then some of them just like kind of look similar, so they're just gets confusing. For some reason, hiragana seems more natural, even though hiragana also has like chi and sa look the same, and ki. Although I never had trouble with ki, but ki looks very similar to chi to sa. Mega Man licensed Asics shoes. They had this in the backs. The back. Orubosu. Orubosu. No dame. No dame. Wait, hold on. Orubosu. Orubosu. What is that? Orubosu. What would that mean? I don't know. No dame. Zoo? No damezu? No damezu? No damezu. No damezu. No damage. No damage? Really? You fucked it up. Oh. Okay, let me... Is it no damage? Arubosu. Arubosu. Oru. Well, the O is in katakana, but the Ru is in hiragana. What the fuck is that? No, is it no damage? I'm also struggling. Well, I can read it, but I don't know. Does she struggle just to read it, or does she not know what it means? Because I have no idea what that means, unless it means no damage. I would not have... The romanizations of those words, like, you have to... A lot of them, you just kind of have to... Some of them you can just kind of figure out if you just sound them out. Like, orangey, you could probably figure out as orange, you know? But, like, some of them, you have to... are just really hard to kind of interpret, unless you already know what the word is supposed to be. You kind of have to, like, memorize them. Even if it, like, is supposed to sound like an English word. All boss, no damage. Oh, Arubasu, no damage. Oh, from Mega Man. Oh, that makes sense. You never able to do that? Oh, all damage, no... Well, yeah. Me neither. I've never even beaten the game, like, only using the regular gun. I've never done that. I always just use the weapons. I've never like done any kind of challenge. Do 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 do. Did I forget anything in this picture? This looks better. Renado. 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 It's pretty cool. I think it's a cool one. Renado, 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 Renado. Sounds pretty good when you sing it, though. Right, Renado? Okay. The picture of the shoes you got? Let me check out your shoes. Mega Man shoes. Look at the Mega Man shoes. Look at the Mega Man shoes. That's pretty good. Those are pretty cool. Get them dirty. Yeah. That's the problem with stuff like that. You gotta buy it and then just keep it in the box forever. Yeah, I've never been that, like, that. I've always had, like, a kind of a problem with that. Like, a mental problem. I don't know if that's the right way to describe it. But, like, the idea of, like, buying things to collect them just to have them and keep them in the box. Although, I mean, I have a couple things, like I have a couple of figurines that have kind of built up over the years that people have given me that are just, like, downstairs. But, I mean, and that I get, but just owning stuff to have it. I've always been more practical. It's like, I don't see the point of, like, having something if you're not going to use it for the most part. Alright, it's almost midnight, my time. Getting a little bit late, but that's okay. We go a little longer. Oh, I've got 2 pages penciled now. That's pretty good. Well, I don't know. Maybe I should stop with the 2 pages. Is Brigand still around? I guess Brigand is headed out. But Tam, did you want any sketches this time? We could do that. Yeah, maybe I'll finish this and then, I don't know, do a sketch or something. Yeah, you should get Sonic shoes. Why don't you have Sonic shoes, Tam? You should have Sonic shoes. Sam, are you enjoying... I mean, I called you Sam. Tam? Very conscious. But if you wore Sonic shoes... Wouldn't Sonic shoes just be, like, simple, like, red pointed shoes? They probably would make you go faster, so you wouldn't have to worry about stuff like that. They're stupid. Well, if they're stupid, then I won't get them either. Are you enjoying the Sonic 06 stream so far, Tam? You enjoying those? Hope you're enjoying those. Are you surprised that I'm enjoying them as much as I am? The games are surprisingly kind of fun, honestly. Like, or the levels. I mean, the level designs. I kind of like Sonic 06. Yeah, have you given any hints? I don't know if you've given any hints so far. I feel like I figured out all of it myself. I think I figured everything out myself so far. Did you? Maybe you did give me 2 minor hints. Oh man. Yeah, but I feel like those were hints for stuff that I was gonna figure out anyway. So maybe they shouldn't even count. That stuff should not even count. Oh, that silver fight. Did that stump people? I could see why that would stump people. Yeah, because yeah, at first I was real confused about what was even going on and what do you even do. Yeah. But I knew I had hit him somehow. So I was able to sort of maybe I got lucky. I was able to kind of intuit quickly what to do there. Like, once you know what to do, it's still pretty it still is a little bit tricky, but it's not too bad. It's just figuring out what to do. Like, I can't get close to him. How am I? Yeah, like, how are you supposed to, like, damage him if you can't get close to him, right? I mean, that's obviously an issue. You didn't understand it until, like, the 6th or 10th read. Well, I think that's the same with me. I mean, I was dying repeatedly. Because I kept throwing myself at him because the first time or the second time I had somehow damaged him, I had somehow got through. So, and then it seemed like you could just keep like throwing yourself at him and eventually you would get through somehow. But then it wasn't working at all. Like every time I would get close, he would just auto grab me. So it was like, what's going on? So I thought I would just run away from him for a little bit and try to like observe his pattern. And then when I saw him start to throw stuff, that's when I realized, oh, that must be when you damage him. So it's fortunate that I decided to switch up the tactic. But like, I mean, it seemed obvious that just throwing yourself at him was not the way, though. I don't know. Actually, I liked that fight, though. I thought that was a pretty cool fight. I thought that was a good concept. Take this is the clue. Right, sure. It's a very subtle clue, but I suppose that works. Well, I mean, it's definitely something that you should be able to figure out. I think it's a pretty cool fight. Like honestly, like a lot of the design elements of Sonic 06 are good. The level design is like pretty good. Although you can tell that it's rushed in some places. I don't know, like there's a lot of stuff about it that seems good. It's just the only problem with it is that it was severely rushed. The controls they feel good on the ground, but the air control is just is really bad. The controls have like some major problems and then there's just like some, you know, there's various things in like the levels and other places that are just like broken. It like are obviously, you can tell that the game was like rushed, you know? So like it has like all those issues, but yeah. But I mean, like even with all that stuff, like there's still a fun core game there that kind of shines through. Sonic Rangers, yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, like the levels are pretty fun. It's really, I mean, as far as like broken games go, or like underdeveloped, unfinished games, it's often kind of bad in ways that are funny anyway, like ridiculous, and like the towns looks underdeveloped, like it looks kind of bad. Some of the graphics, like, and the NPCs are, you know, they've got terrible sound bites, but like a lot of the ways in which it's bad are kind of entertaining anyway. Like it's bad in a lot of fun ways. It's not like Superman 64, where like the first 20 minutes of the game is just trying to pilot yourself through rings in like a really terrible tech demo-y looking, like a really unpleasant like tech demo with like bad controls with like no redeeming quality whatsoever, right? It's way different from something like that. Like, there's way more redeeming value. Right, Brigand? What do you think? Brigand loved Sonic 06. The Day Zero fix patched most issues, which I downloaded, right? So I have the patch that fixed a lot of the worst issues, except apparently like a really bad save. I mean, to be fair, like the presence of like a glitch that can like delete your save or corrupt your save is still bad enough to like warrant some negative points. So I mean, that's got to count against it, I think. I mean, it certainly counts against something like you know, Hoshiwo Mirohito or SWAT. Those really, really bad Famicom games. The bad collision in the levels isn't fun. Oh yeah, there is some pretty bad collision issues. That's true. That does hamper the fun somewhat. I mean, you can kind of it's the kind of thing that you can kind of just like learn to get around. Like if you're playing like kind of a sketchy Famicom game that has issues like that. Like once you kind of learn the issue, you can kind of. It depends on like how bad of an issue it is. You know, it depends on like you have to weigh the good against the bad. But it is true. In addition to bad controls, yeah, there's some really bad collision issues in like some of the levels. How far did I get? I'm still currently playing through it for Tam, but I've beaten like 7 of the Sonic levels so far. Well, we're gonna finish it. The train station corrupting bug. Yeah, that really sucks. That train station bug does really suck. The train level was confusing in the first place, but it's kind of a cool level. I mean, it was unique. It had a cool set piece to it. Yeah, so what am I, like 6 hours in the game, I think? So we're gonna finish it. I don't know. Like as of right now, I probably would rate it a 4, I think. And if it didn't have such bad bugs, like the save corrupting bug and like some of the really bad control issues and hitbox issues, I'd probably rate it a 6 or a 7 without some of the really bad glitches. But with those in mind, I probably would still give it a 4, I think. Because I think the game has still got. I think it's got entertainment value. Even if some of the entertainment value does come from laughing at the game, it still counts. It kind of counts. But yeah, I really don't think that I haven't played a lot of the Sonic games. I really don't think it would be the worst. Based on what I've seen, I'm not even sure that I like it less than Sonic Spinball, to be honest. Or not Sonic, what's the 3D Blast? I think I might prefer Sonic 06 to 3D Blast, to be honest. Which is weird to say, but I think that, I don't know. I forget what I rated 3D Blast. Did I give that like a 3 or a 4? So it'd be around the same rating. Actually not sure about that, but... Yeah, I guess this is good. This page. Hey, Breakin' is here. So since you guys are both here, does anybody have any sketch requests? Because now would be the time to do them. The Sonic-related one would be timely. The Game.com. I'm sure the Game.com Sonic is worse than... I'm sure that some of the portable Sonic games, like some of the bad ports of like the original Sonic game, I'm sure that some of those have got to, like, to me, be worse. Can't think of one? Okay, that's alright. Game.com. Yeah, Tam streamed Sonic. Oh, it's the Sonic game on Game.com. It did look very bad. Sonic Genesis for GBA. Right. I think I might have seen you stream that too. I got 2 pages penciled here. Oh, it's actually should be 7. Tam, did you have any sketch requests? If not, maybe I could start to... I don't know. Probably don't really have time to really, like, ink these on stream. You're gonna put me through that ringer? Oh, Sonic Genesis for Game Boy Advance? Sure, I'll play it. I'm interested in playing bad games. Always interested because, you know, like, you want to see what else can go on the worst game list. Sonic 06 is not bad enough. Like, it wouldn't even get in the top 200 worst games. On my list, anyway. I guess I could kind of understand why some people who have not played games like Hoshi, you know, they haven't explored the depths of, like, Famicom. They haven't played games like Hoshi wo Mirohito. Maybe they've played, like, a few less games than I have. I could see why such a person might put a game like Sonic 06 on like their worst list. But to me, there's so many worse games. Oh yeah? Well, I don't know when I would be able to play more Sonic games, but it would be cool to have played all of them at some point. I want to at least play like some of the notable ones. I want to play Sonic Mania. If we ever get around to doing the Steam special I want to do, where I play all the games in my Steam folder that I have yet to play, I probably wouldn't be able to do that till next year. But if we do that, then that would be Sonic Mania. That'd be one of them. I definitely want to play Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations for the 3D ones. I definitely want to play both of the adventure games. And I will also definitely want to finish Sonic 1, 2, and 3 properly on stream. I think the only one I've actually finished, because we played all of those like a little bit on stream, but I think I may have only finished Sonic 2. Let me check. Oh, I still have yet to play Sonic CD as well. I've never played Sonic CD. That's one. Oh. And I've never finished any Sonic game. Wait a second. There should be a link here for Sonic the Hedgehog, because I'm sure there was an April Fool's stream I did where I played some. I don't know why that's not on here. Like a long time ago. Now, apparently I've never properly played Sonic the Hedgehog on stream, so I should do that. We should play like 1, 2, and 3 and beat them all. And Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic CD. There's a lot of Sonic games to play. Yeah, those are all games that like we should fix. Those are like major ones. Obviously, there's like a lot of other weird Sonic games that, you know, are not high priority. But I've only finished Sonic 1 and 2. Let me think for a second. Yeah, I've only finished Sonic 1 and 2. That's it. I've played some of 3. I've played some of Sonic and Knuckles. Only a little bit of Sonic and Knuckles for a quest, actually. Only a little bit. I think we tried to play Sonic CD on stream once, and I couldn't get it to load. And that's it. That's it. That's all I played. Sonic 3 by itself in this modern age? I don't know. Emulator? You mean instead of Sonic and Knuckles? Because Sonic and Knuckles is kind of like the play the lock-on thing. Yeah, but I would want to play the original, though, because they're kind of like two halves of the same game. Sonic and Knuckles plus Sonic 3. I don't know. I'd rather play 3 first and then Sonic and Knuckles fully so I can get like the full understanding, I think. I know that Sonic 3 is kind of like the incomplete version of Sonic and Knuckles, but still, there's a lot there, too. Alright. Well, you don't get to be hypersonic? Well, I want to be hypersonic, that's true. Super nuts. We can still do all that stuff. I'll play both now. I'll do both. I just need to find the time to play all these video games. There's so many video games to play. Playing them separately? Why not, though? If I play Sonic 3 fully and beat it, and then I play Sonic and Knuckles version of Sonic 3 and beat that, is that not the full experience? Because Sonic and Knuckles, you can play as Knuckles in 1, 2, and 3. I mean, it might be interesting to go back and play 1 and 2 as Knuckles as well. I don't know if I would. The combined game. Oh, okay. Well, alright. No, okay. So what I mean is I would play Sonic. You guys are confusing me because I thought that Sonic and Knuckles with Sonic. What are you talking about? Like lock? I thought that Sonic and Knuckles, when you put it onto Sonic 3, it becomes the Sonic and Knuckles version of Sonic 3. Is there more than one version of that? I thought there was only one version of Sonic and Knuckles Sonic 3. I didn't realize there was 2 different versions. Because there's Sonic and Knuckles is just an add-on, right? And you plug in Sonic 1, 2, and 3 into Sonic and Knuckles, and you can play it adds Knuckles in. But with Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles I know it adds more stuff. I know that they're both full games, yeah. When you lock on Sonic 3 on Sonic and Knuckles, you get the full experience. But as opposed to what, though, Tam? You plug them, you play them back to back. But you get a little more stuff. Oh, you play them... so when Sonic and Knuckles with 3 gives you both games. Oh, I see what you're saying. So what you're saying is playing through Sonic 3 alone is pointless because you also play through Sonic 3 with Sonic and Knuckles. But can you do Sonic 3 with Sonic and then do the Knuckles part with Knuckles, or do you have to do the whole thing with Knuckles though? Consider part 1. Okay. I'm still a little bit confused by that, but we'll just play all of it. We'll do it all. We'll do all the content, okay? Eventually. Eventually we'll do all the content. The content. The Sonic content. Which some may call iconic. We'll do all of it, okay? So that... I don't know when. We're gonna finish... We have more important things to do, like finish Sonic 06, obviously. You know how important Sonic 06 is. Here. You know what? Speaking of Sonic 06, let's play a good song. Play a good song. Dude, Sonic 06... You know what else about Sonic 06 that's good? It has really good music. The music's actually better than I thought it might be. Very, very good music. Sonic 06, let's play some good music. Well, at least there's a few songs that are like extremely good. Not all the songs are amazing. I don't know if it's as good as like a classic soundtrack, but like for example, which one is it? This one, the Wave Ocean theme. Yeah, dude, this one's amazing. Overall, very good soundtrack. Listen to how good this is. Very good. Game's worth playing just for the music. Sonic Boom does not have good music, does it? Like, Sonic Boom's music is just like shit, right? Or am I wrong about that? I'm pretty sure that Tam agrees with that, right? Oh, we heard it because I was stuck in the level along. Yeah. I don't know why the first level was the hardest one for me so far. I was really stuck on that level. The others have been a lot easier. I don't know why. Very strange. Could be a balance issue. Might not be the best balanced game. Possible. I'm probably going to wrap up my stream in a second. Probably going to wrap it up. I'm just going to... We got to listen to this song first. You get this? Yeah. Well, I put this song on my Nightbot playlist. I do need to get it in my iTunes. I do need to get the soundtrack in my iTunes, for sure. I'm getting tired. But 12:30. So it's about a 4-hour stream. Sonic Unleashed. Oh, is that a good soundtrack too? Check that out sometime. Well, Cam, thanks again for getting me to finally play Sonic 06. Interesting. So many video games. I wish I had more time to play video games. I just wish I could stream video games every day. Wish I could just like just do Flipendo and arcade games and play all the horror games. Just stream every day. Wouldn't that be great? Wish I could do that. Man, if only I made hundreds of dollars off my streams every day, then I could. Well, thank you, Tam, for your push. I appreciate it. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and end the stream for tonight. I appreciate, again, you guys watching. This was Patreon stream number 50. And that's 50 Patreon streams. That's pretty crazy. See me tomorrow. Yes, I will be back tomorrow. We'll be doing Sonic 06 tomorrow. We're gonna try to do some big Sonic 06 progress, and then hopefully I can stream on Monday or Tuesday, because the rest of the week I will be at Kineticon, hopefully making money. So it's unfortunately going to be another week of not as many streams as I would have wanted. But we'll try to make the best of it. We'll try to have a big stream tomorrow to make up for it. So, yeah, I guess you should. Let me see if I want to raid somebody. Raids are good. Let's see. Not a lot of choices. We will just go ahead and go to Macaw, as usual. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a good night.
Kojima decides the chat.